as a,
Yeah, hello,
Yeah,
hello, how are
Yatsuka,
we
I
doing?
mean, we heard it from Kaide in the interview, actually. The whole reason why he's playing these agents is because they feel like he's the strongest opper in the team. May, famously being a player who mostly just rifles. He doesn't really op much unless he's been on the jet previously. So I think Yatsuka, filling that op role, had a better performance than Yudetan did on the chamber where Haven's concerned. But Yudetan has mostly just been playing Veto in every single map. And honestly, that chamber performance wasn't great, but the comp
good game.
in general
This one,
wasn't
yeah, it should
great.
be a
So
good game.
maybe if he has
It's
chamber
like a
in
good
better
test for
comp
both
and he's a
teams,
bit more
really, to see where
comfortable,
they're
he
at.
can still play quite well on that.
Agreed. I think Yatsuka, we see some moments where there's some really high individual skill, but we're just not
We're doing good, man.
It
It helps when America do. When America's goes 2-0, 2-0,
if they're gonna hit
it's
his side,
an easy
I feel pretty
day.
confident that if he's on the side.
Caramels with the tier
if I
1. Thank you
wanna
for the
see
35
a
months, man.
highlight,
Thank you.
Not saying Yudetan doesn't have
23,
highlights,
happy
right?
birthday,
But
man.
I do
Congrats.
feel like when we go watch the VOD
Breeze
back,
Pulse
we're gonna see
split.
Yatsuka highlights.
Breeze Pulse.
But are we gonna see him
Breeze,
have
nice.
that pretty consistent? Is he gonna
Dude,
be
is
22
GE
and
just the
16?
best team to
He may
watch?
be
They ban
16
Abyss,
and
they first pick
and
Breeze.
have a some
Incredible.
nice highlights. So I think maybe him being a little bit more consistent and having just some more rounds maybe where it's not as highlight, but he's
Split
just
is a
bringing value to the
decider.
team in general.
Now, I definitely want to talk about how these two teams are
Who have I
sort
got?
of finding
Who have I got
their
here?
own play style and developing their own metas, because it's two totally different play
I
styles and
guess
approaches here.
Yeah.
But as we go
GE
into this
a
map Veto here, I
favorites.
think we are going to see that come head to head, especially on that very first map there at Breeze.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Breeze
The
is an interesting
split.
selection for a GE who did drop that
split
to
struggles on
DRX, I believe, in
attack.
somewhat of a close series. They played
Ooh.
a interesting double controller comp.
Kind of think if DFM get wait, what's
yeah,
DFM
I
split?
feel like that's a very slow comp.
DFM get to
is
third
kind of
map.
the vibe I was getting from it, but it was
They might have
working at
this.
times.
So I also want to talk about our predictions here. Pilsky, you ended up going for DFM today. Why have you gone for DFM? Because Global, they've been looking pretty strong.
Yeah, I think GE has a very good chance of winning this series, but
Ooh.
I don't know. I
Dude,
think for DFM,
if DFM can, like,
for
win a
me,
pearl,
I don't see losing to RRQ
they can
as
win a pearl
huge issue given the
and get it to a
excellent
third
form
map.
they're in. And I felt like GE was quite poor against
They
Zeta,
have a
so
really
I
good shot.
think it's
Yeah.
definitely a losable series for them.
Yeah, I definitely don't, even though I do go for GE in this one, I was a little bit worried after that Zeta series, to be honest. I think there's quite a couple of times when Zeta could have taken it, and GE looked a little bit shaky, and DFM looked so much more convincing in their previous game.
Yeah.
So I think even though I didn't go the same route as you guys, I definitely think you guys
The
might have
meta
it right in this one.
on Ascent
well,
will
you
be
should have
different.
just joined us then, but you
Just
picked
mine.
Global
Most
Esports.
people.
But it is a rematch,
Well, honestly,
and I
the
think
KO
a lot
is
of us
so
are very
strong now with the
unsure
right
about
click.
today's
Some people play the
matches. It's
same.
gonna be
Some
a
people
close
play
one.
Euro
As we send
instead
to
of
the stage to welcome
KO.
back DFM versus Global Esports.
Honestly, I think some might try Fade as well. I think it would be crazy different, but probably see a little. Sim might be pretty fun right now. I reckon you'd have like a good split. Viper? People use Viper. Some stuff is pretty good. If a team goes double initiator, is Neon the best? Might be. The thing is, 100 Thieves make Waylay look like the best solo, but I think for ease, I will go with Neon, yeah. Neon or on some of the maps, Jet. I didn't think I would say, but the thing is, sometimes you need to just absolutely send it, and Jed is like good at that. My pick for the Americas games, I don't even know who's playing in Americas. Let's see. Oh wait, I do know this. I would say NRG. I mean, it should just be NRG and G2, but we've seen some crazy things.
As we see the rematch between DFM and Global Esports, it's so interesting to note that once upon a time, both of these teams were honestly in the constant fight towards the bottom. But DFM is now rewriting their story, and there's been progress every
kept Demon
single
One
year.
playing,
And it kind of fits into the
Might
harsh
have
truth of
said Demon-
VCT
might have
and the
said
Pacific
C9.
motto, where everything must be earned, nothing is
They're like,
given.
dude, is he
So
still
I'm really
dancing?
happy to
Is he
see
done?
DFM
Can we go?
finally improve every single match.
Yeah, they've improved their roster, this new team, an amalgamation of the Riddle Order team from Challengers Japan and what DFM already had existing, and it seemed like it's become
Team
a
one's not
winning
playing?
recipe.
Yeah, I know.
They've already picked up 2 wins in Pacific thus far, which in the past would have been a bit of a pipe dream, to be honest, and they know that this series is definitely winnable for them as well.
They're looking extremely confident now, and you can see all the dancing happening. Once again, I'm going to ask if that they look this clean in the server as they're looking out of the server before the match.
Definitely, and they will be facing against Global Esports. It is another team who are looking to redeem themselves, prove themselves on this server. It's the Misfits of Pacific's Global Esports, and they have a bit of a
Misfits of
rebellious streak
Pacific.
with the biggest rebel of all as their head coach, Frost here. Now, Frost, he's been known to do this with Talon last year, and he really likes having lots of comps. He's been boasting about having 2 comps per map, and it might be doable. You know, all of these players are flex players, maybe except for Crystal.
Yeah, well, even him, he could do some
can
some
though.
flexing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has done some flexing in the past. He even played some duelists in the past as well. It's just as you said, Frost does like having a couple of aces up his sleeve. He said he's going to, he left more for Javi in the previous series, so I'm sure he's going to come into this one extremely prepared. This is a rejuvenated Global Esports, and today is going to be a big test against a confident DFM.
Yeah, Frost is straight off the Korean desk, so I think he's done the hardest thing that he needed to do today, and
year.
it should be a cakewalk in the server at this point.
Yeah,
Right,
he did the
that's
Korean
funny.
Desk has survived. He's still here with us. But I want to talk about these 2 teams. We were, touching upon it just earlier about how these 2
Did Lev
teams
look
have
good?
decided to
Yeah, Lev looked good.
approach the meta this year. Tell me your thoughts on this, Ewok.
Yeah, I think it's been very interesting because
Should
DFM
be,
went for
should be
pretty
fun,
much
Sen,
of,
Lev.
like the standard what a lot of people are going for.
No
with the
best,
double
dude,
duelist and
Sonya, it's
everything,
nice
but I do
maps.
like that Frost with GE has gone with
This is why
a
we
little
like
bit of a
GE
different
right now.
move.
They
They're one
got
of the
great
few teams, even
burst
across all
bans
the
and
different
picks.
regions, there are some of them that have really implemented the veto on quite a couple of their maps.
Yep.
And Uditon has been almost a veto specialist at this point, and is someone that other teams are looking at how to play this agent. I do think at the moment you don't need
Do they play
to
Veto on this map? I
Veto
mean,
to
probably.
win,
They
but
seem to play
the
Veto
way
on
how
every
they're playing
map.
it right now is a big reason why they are winning.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, I mean, the
well,
Veto is an interesting
it will
team.
probably be
It's
pretty
been
decent
very
at B.
effective in certain matchups, particularly against PRX, against the Rays. It cancels
How about
so
the
many
Lotus meta?
showstoppers.
Yeah.
It
Veto on
really
Lotus
does have
might
that
be
aura
legit.
in terms of making teams second
That's
guess
the
whether
map
they wanna
where,
make
honestly,
certain
Veto
plays or
might
try to
be
go
at
for
its
certain
best.
site executes at times. So
You
I
got your
think
trip
GE
for
definitely
B
on
on
the cutting edge of
defense.
the meta,
You
and
can
in
fast
Valorant, we've seen
rotate
that
from
be a
C
big
over
win
towards
condition
B,
at
vice
times in the
versa,
past.
and over towards A.
I'm
You cut
curious
all
to
of the
see,
rotates
are they going to try and
really,
exploit
really
the
short,
veto a little bit?
and at the
Because
same
I think
time
there's
getting
certain
out
times
towards A.
when we're gonna see
Like getting
once
out
again
towards A on
GE is
Lotus,
going to
you
go
just put
for
the
it on that
interceptor
attack
here
side.
and you
If
just
do
can run
contact
out.
into the veto, sometimes it's very
But
difficult for
this
him
is
to do
probably
something
probably
because
best
he doesn't
map
have
is
enough
going to be
time to kind
Lotus.
of leave the site or exit if he does want to.
Well, interesting enough,
be
DFM has
interesting
opted
to
to
see
start
this.
out on the attacking side. They're playing the same comp that we saw both Chenji and
Their
T1
attack might struggle,
piloting
but-
just before. We've got some Akame fans already ready for this DFM game today. But
Kamikaze, thank you so much for the Prime, man. Appreciate you, dude.
Contact plays and some death ball-y kind of style from DFM, similar to what you saw both T1 and Genji do on their attacking sides, which into the veto, could be effective. But if there's some good
What do you think of
setups between
Paperx's
the Astra
performance?
and the veto here on the side of Global,
It was a strong mix of RRQ anti-ing them, and then Paperx just they're like basic stuff, man.
All right, well, thank you so much, gentlemen. We're gonna
pistols
send
weren't
it over
great.
to our casters
The pistols
for
weren't
this
great. They kind of got
rematch
antied a
between
little there,
GE
to be
and
honest,
DFM. It's none
which
other
then
than
snowballed
Juan
into them
and
having
Laura.
bad bonuses, and then just forgetting about how econ works in the game.
When the desk is right, they are definitely right, and I'm kind of like matching with Pilsky right now. What's poppin' twin? You look like you're
Van
about
Silly,
to
thanks so much for the
drive off
32
to
months.
Sunset on a motorbike or something.
They need Mini again? Dude, they shouldn't need Mini to tell them
but that is quite
the stuff
risky in
that
the
was
weather here
wrong.
that we have because it is very cold outside, but it's going to get hot in
But
the
them on the server should know.
Got to get it off the chest. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. I want to hear the rest of it from all
As
of you
my
out there,
BFL
because
bin,
all of
not
the
too
backers,
bad.
there's the Aussie
I have a
bias
few
side.
that are in
Spicy
like the
game,
best of 5
interesting
finals, so
game,
it's good.
exciting game, and breeze for DFM. DFM here as well, opting for what you call the
Got two Furia players, man.
So
That's going to save me.
how they are going to
But I do fear I'm going to lose to TMB.
on towards Global, having already seen it. What is Veto Time looking like today on that as well, and how much value is going to come out? Because for me, when I look at it from an outside view on that defensive side, I want to see a little bit more pizzazz with it as well. I think the TPs last time weren't really required a lot from him for rotation's sake. From your Autumn as well, how's that Yoru faring? Because I think if we do look on DFM side right now, the fact that Yaska is going to be comfortable on this Yoru as well, I think that if we're getting Kaede being very sufficient on the Viper as well,
it's not CS, man. They're allowed to wear that stuff.
To be happy in the server, I think, and allow May to do
That
what
band's
May does
only in
best, and that's
CS.
brag. Back on the Jet now.
Of course, that's always
TMB
what he
has
does, but at the same
PXS.
time,
Nah,
if
this is
we're
where
thinking about
this is where
Yaska, he didn't
TMB's
have the
owned
best
it,
of
right?
games the last time that they did play,
So he has
it does make you wonder
PXS.
how things
He
are
gave
going.
him
But at the
PXS
same time,
points,
that's the thing about
but
these two teams
Neon
that we have
replaces
right now.
him,
They
so he's
come
actually got
into this
Neon
year
for
and they
PXS
come in
points.
with games that they've played, constantly improving, constantly coming up, showing off new enhancements to all the different compositions that they bring out sometimes.
Yep.
But for GE as well, I mean, especially when you got someone like Frost, coaching them and stuff, you can just bet there's a lot going on behind the scenes.
I mean, we
Insider
heard it a little
trading?
bit
Oh, for
earlier
sure.
in the bit, didn't we? Right?
Oh yeah.
Javi, I mean, look,
He's
I
gotta-
think Frost
he's gotta
is
rig
always
the
going
game
to
these
be able
days.
to do something special with a lot of his rosters. Look
That's
at
what
what
it's come
happened to
down to.
Talon last year, for example. Top 4 team technically at the end of the year, right? Just missing out on champions.
Why is
What
it not
could
the
have been?
same in
The current
Valor?
form
It
going
probably
into
should
the
be the
series
same in
yesterday,
Valor.
thought things were looking
Why
good
is that
for
rule in
the
CS?
full-set
People just
squad,
used
but
to wear
Phenomenal
stuff
getting
that
that
purposely
victory
gave
in
them a
very,
gap so they
very
could
hot
hear crowd
first map.
stuff.
I think that's exciting. And I, from an outside view,
not that it
on
matters
this
too much.
series right now for DFM and GE, kind of put them
It doesn't
in the
matter where
competitive
TMB is
mark as
currently,
well. I
because
was actually
most of this,
kind of really
like,
deciding
because it's best
which
3 games, it doesn't really matter until like the last
which build diff
couple
roster
of
that I
games.
even want to go with
Reveals.
as well, because I got a little bit outside with
Because
this
it's your
younger
top
pick
3
instead
games
of
even.
the May there, so we'll see what happens inside the server here, folks. Welcome. VCT Pacific back
Furia,
again.
top team in
DFM
Americas?
versus
Yeah, man, look at how
Global
they're playing.
Esports middle bracket match, which has also been shaken up with the Paper X loss
Oh,
that
boy.
goes into this as well. So things are getting very intriguing here in Pacific. Breeze, Pearl, and maybe a banger on Split to finish things off.
For the meantime, starting things off onto Breeze, Global's map pick, DFM kicking things off on the attacking side, and you are absolutely right, middle bracket. First strike's already been written. One more, and they go down to lower, and that's
Here
where
we
you
go,
don't
here we
want
go.
to
This is a
be,
big
because
game,
it's a
man.
full string of games moving forward.
Both
from
these
that
teams
point
kind of
on.
need to win
So,
this. You don't want to lose this.
DFM, let's see what they've got starting things off.
Yeah,
You don't want to be going lower bracket right now.
Which they haven't fared too much, but you flip it to the defenses, and they're one of the strongest
we got
teams
GE
at
on
the
defense,
moment with
we
all
got
the games that
DFM on
they've played, so
attack.
it does make things quite cool for me to see. Well, if they can get the lion share rounds on their attacking side, make that
Wonder how
defensive
many
side a
teams
little
are gonna
bit
start doing
easier,
what Lev
because
do.
you come in towards this veto as well,
They're getting like
the
3,
map
4
veto as
sheriffs
well,
every
the isolation
pistol.
veto, and you should have that prep ready.
And they're at like
in
a
what's gonna be a bit
high
of a
80% pistol
walkout
win
for
rate.
DFM. GE should recognize
You
this
gotta start
particularly
copying
well,
that
so they got
stuff. Also, that was very
technically
successful
five
last year. It's
Crystal
interesting that
at
teams
top
just forgot that.
Kind of somewhat here that interceptor, so instantly with the screen up, they're just going to set up camp on the site.
5 versus 5.
Okay, not too bad for
It's gonna get
DFM.
scrappy.
Also, their wall kind of
Soon
leaks
as the
out a
smokes
little
go
bit to the
down.
Euro Flash.
Well, Nebula
Shouldn't
coming back up, but there goes the
get
pop
too much
flash. He
value.
wants blood. It's going to be Patman to find 2 trades, and Crystal as well take one more down with him. Seth's the only one left, and he was all the way down middle. This takes so much time.
It's not even planned for him.
Flood,
There's
yeah.
just no way that he's going to be
It's
able to get in
completely
towards this one and
on
find it. Just going to get taken down by Patman.
Yeah, I do
The 3K
prefer.
in the pistol. Global Esports.
It's the same thing I talk about every time I see this wall. The cool thing, this week was I flamed this wall a little bit. So
They were a bit absent in those
see this wall
pistols,
here?
and
They
still
do it
come
like
out on
this.
top in the end.
Surf
So you
thinner.
think if
They
they're
do it
able to
like
accumulate
this,
a couple of freebies
so
from the
that
back of the pistols as well, the things
it's
should be
easier to get
looking
over
pretty
towards
good for
sight.
them. Again, these sort of rounds
But
too,
in the after
not
plant,
really much that you
it
need
actually
to
just
think
gives them
about
too
when
much
it's just a full
space.
5 versus 5 on the site. Free entry into it for
Right, I'm gonna keep the
DFM.
wall up.
Seth's
I can just yap
on the
because
asphalt,
it's an
always
eco.
you would
So
expect
this is
to
the
be
wall that they
lurking
do, right?
around
They
there,
make
but
sure that
it's
it
not him. Expect
covers
it to be
this angle
Kaede.
here, but it also leaks so heavy over towards here that they get so much space. Like they get so much space they can push over towards sight. The only place you can see them is from this box. If you do your wall a little back, which NRG did this fast wall that you just saw, after I talked about it on once I talked about it on stream,
Yeah, instead of opting for
they actually
Viper.
changed their wall to go for a further back one. You see it goes slightly further back. This means that when they push through, first of all, their flash doesn't reach as deep. And you have this crossfire. Yeah, I say crossfire. You have this multiple angle crossfire that spots this gap. So when they're trying to flush out this box here, you have like 4 more extra angles.
Don't get me wrong. Speaking of
Broadcast, yeah, I turned up a bit. Should be better.
No.
So it's something that maybe DFM could lean into.
Just clanking down onto the ground. More kills coming through.
Yep.
Not much else that really, well, Cess.
Because this was like a prime example of how easy that retake was, just purely because you got no space and you don't have this, you don't have the extra crossfire angles. You can even go top box. So even though it's easier to get over towards site because you don't have this one angle here, you free up 4 extra angles in your after plant. It's so worth.
The quote money man, right? The hunter in this one with the outlaw.
Increase the volume, dude. I've increased it like 5 times. Is it really still quiet?
Because we have seen a lot of great impact lately on having an ult go into the bonus round, having an ult go into the 4th round in the half as well. You know, having Raze ults as priorities, for example, have been awesome. Although when Yudotan's in the server, they don't exist.
Message in WhatsApp. Okay.
The first round's done and dusted. Buy-up time for DFM. And now we get to see what this map actually looks like for them, right? First time, going to be playing it in kickoff. Not having a Vito go there just yet.
Pretty much just simple happenings all throughout for now. Flawless, though.
All right.
That's definitely going to be something
big buy
to
rounds.
snowball up for GE.
Yep. They did,
okay, they kind of changed the wall up a little bit. I'm worried now they don't have a lineup, but
shields into this round. Akame going to be down onto just
still not as good as it should be.
So hopefully he's not going to be the first one going somewhere.
Nice from G, going aggro. Punish the default.
That is not the player that you would want to see.
Yeah, Julius goes down fast. That's rough.
He was kind of by his lonesome self on that lurk roll. That's a bit of an interesting one for DFM there. As Patman will also take that full space towards the B window. This is a good read for Global Esports currently.
Yeah, pretty much in control of the whole map, with the whole pacing of how things have been going.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this Vito util around the site too, mate. Look at the chokehold at the mid doors. It'll keep you occupied for a bit. You've got bailout strategies as well. The crosscuts and even Autumn. TP to get on back. You got these double TPs for a reason. You can get a little bit
they're just not going to check this.
As Kaide.
I was thinking that there's a couple of like nice plays you can do with this if you can actually get into window. Oh, he is.
Patman. One position you
that's unlucky.
He's got the Guardian.
Dude, it's weird that he like checked this angle but not the deep one.
And he also just got tagged up by Akame, so knows that there's another soldier
well, that's a pistol into a bonus, and that's
the only way this
a bonus with only a couple taken damage.
Is if they give freebies to DFM here.
Not what you want to have, but unfortunate circumstances. You're down to 10 seconds. And
10 seconds left.
It's a save. Or maybe it's a prey that you can hold onto the gun, to be honest with you. Scans, pepper down, and finished off. Flawless bonus round for Global Esports. For them, man. Really, really easy.
Just so clean with everything that goes through it. They already kind of knew where he would be, so dumping the utility back there.
It's, for me, it's very interesting that coming in towards your buy round as well, when you know that there's the snipers and the guardians and the mix and stuff, you should have the gun advantage, you got your util advantage, that you go for more of a bit of a passive default, right? You're not going for an actual split anywhere, figuring out where this utility is going to be, because we're already seeing Yudotan move a lot of this Sentinel util around the map. We're going to have to see massive conditioning approaches come forward. For DFM, every single round, they are going to feel like they have to clear so much util. They have to put in initiative moment in coaching.
Champs was pretty fun until we lost.
He's playing from the grave. That's not,
Champs was pretty fun.
Good for him.
Not fantastic, but just decent poke nonetheless. Enough information for the rest of the team to just rendezvous back to the site, hunt down the final kills. Heyo!
Oh god!
And look who it is. It's Cess. He's lurking again.
Dude, Patman's looking kind of insane right now.
For the ace.
This is back-to-back games as well. We just thought it was for the Paper X game.
Surely going to be able
this
to get
just permanently a thing now.
Revealing himself at the end, and there goes Patman, the predator on the server.
I know they're low by, but it's still really nice.
As well, right? We know that he is absolutely hungry on this Global Esports roster. Maybe you would say a point to prove. And a grudge match down the line if you're able to continue in on this middle bracket as well. the ace will come Patman's way. For 4 rounds in a row for Global Esports. Now wondering on DFM's side, when do we get to see DFM play? Currently
now.
11 kills, by the way.
Dude, look at some of the players going with the Omen, man. We're out here using the TPs non-stop.
Yeah, you got to remember, double
3
TP
rounds in a row where we're doing
Autumn can get out of dodge, so can DETONATION with a
different
little
things.
bit of a delay on the TP, of course, by nature of the agent, but they know
Smoke
this is a
goes.
split. They're holding them out in the caves because of Patman just being here, ever so present.
Stahl so
Mate,
prepared
move
and down
forwards,
with it as well.
my
A
guy.
little wall bang, a little hit here and there.
That's another flawless, mate. That does it. Autumn just said it. It's too easy for you. Maybe it's too
Right,
easy
it
for
actually
GE.
does look too easy right now.
DFM have another rifle round,
Yeah,
not
they
go
got
their
a-
way. Time of pause.
They got a timeout. They're getting
Time
wrecked
pause
by
to have a chat.
an
I
Omen right
knew
now.
that DFM hadn't played Breeze in quite the long time, but
Yep.
this is not the performance that you want to have. Not an 0-5.
No, absolutely not. I mean, we've seen some great starts from teams and some horrendous starts from teams as well so far in Pacific, right? Look at what RRQ was doing, dismantling Paper X in a game that we didn't think that was going to happen. Look what Nongshim did on the second map. We've had some one-sided series and maps a lot.
Yeah, GE have
Did
come
not
in
put
pretty
my
prepped for
finger
this one.
on this series potentially.
As soon as
being
they
this
see the
lopsided. And I'll say
recon
for
at
now,
the
right?
top,
For
they
now.
kind of should
Coach
consider
intervention,
this, but
time
I
to
think
wake
he's
up, time
TPing
to
from
figure
so
things
far
out.
back they
Did I
don't even
also
hear
just
it.
glimpse that Patman hadn't died? Did I see 13-0?
Yeah, he's got 0 deaths so far. It's pretty incredible. I mean, this is just a masterclass being put on by GE
Bro
right
said he
now.
gave
the way that they're
responsibility
kind
of the Zeta match to
going through the
Zavi.
setups
Yeah,
that
then
they have on the
maybe
map, working the Yoru
maybe
plus
he was just
the
coming up
Vito
with
to
new stuff
perfection.
as well then.
Yeah,
You call
'Cause
it.
this is nice,
Not
man.
being
This is like
scared to
textbook
take
snowball.
initial duels as soon as the barriers drop as well. It's definitely a different look to GE that fans can rally behind. Fans can also rally behind this DFM roster, right? 2 organizations through the tenure of VCT Pacific that have
Here we
really
go. Yeah,
been
he hasn't had
hunting
to do
for
anything.
success.
Yeah.
And not able to really find it until we see a bit of a glimpse last year from DFM. Now they're looking to do
It's a little
lot
rough.
more.
Best iteration yet,
That's insanely
but
rough.
definitely needing to see more. Off the timeout, though, you could assume GE might probably want to play a little bit more cautious this time.
We'll see. There's a bit of a party mix of a buy from DFM here. Of course, May not getting a Blade Storm online.
Okay,
as
they're getting
well
punished in their
would
default. They
certainly
just call set
help the
strats. They go
situation
set
here.
fast
The
over
B side,
towards
though,
B.
are going to be overwhelmed.
Confident to stay close, though. Still managed to find one.
Well,
but
first time that Udo
down
sees
goes
something.
The rotations immediately. Crystal in with the Odin. Suppressive fire laid down. Autumn, meanwhile.
Honestly, new Odin
position
angles
just outside the
pretty
skirts
good
of
over
this
towards
toxic
B.
screen.
These
Yeah,
two
the
Odin
investment
angles,
dimensional drift here might be quite nice for them as well.
especially if you
given
go
the
slanted wall, so you
pilfering
can't be
of the
spammed
gun's
back.
potential. This is a workable round for DFM.
Yeah, close enough. Tracers do reveal positions, though, so down goes Yatska, but May immediate to trade. Still, though, everyone's already on site. They hear the spike going down, but they have utilities.
So many people play
Gonna
Vandal
toy
on
with
this
that
map as well, so they don't want to
goes Autumn
spam back.
in for it. Flash is sent out as well. Kaide is pinned down, and there's
God, they
no
look
chance
great.
at escaping from DFM. GE will continue to dominate.
It's a bit of an onslaught here on the server, to be honest with you. Couple of flawlesses, the ace, 3 surviving here. You've got cash for days.
Gian in
DFM,
the YouTube chat,
They
doing
do
great,
get
mate.
the plant
Thank you for
there.
that,
They
bro.
look for a couple of the challenges, a couple of those fights.
Yeah, we got
you know,
a lot of sleep after
played
America's.
singularly
America's
as
was
well,
so
right?
fast.
And you got that toxic screen going up, and you got
Looks
the
like this
Odin
might be
spam
fast
coming
as
through.
well.
Yatska tries to push a little bit deeper, but betrayed by Tracers. See it here on the replay. Crystal just immediately peppering him down. Just feels like, from a viewer's perspective at the moment, it's a lot of coordination and a lot of good early calls going Global's way.
What round was the ace? Fourth round.
That buy in the last round was to just ensure that they could get a proper one here.
Was it fourth round or
It's gonna
third
be
round?
backed up by a significant
Maybe
amount
it was
of
third
offense
round.
as well. So if there was ever for DFM to get a round
Don't
on the
even
board,
remember now.
it would be now. And they start off by taking out DETONATION.
Dude, yeah, the faster stuff suits him a little
Quick
more.
and furious. Still, though, they need to clear out as much as possible. Cosmic Divide comes in.
Got to get that plant down. Player advantage. No pit for Kaide. But they
Dude,
can
at the
push behind
moment,
the wall. You
it's
can start
legit
to
just
push for a bit of
avoid where Patman is.
ambitious plays if you want to.
Tiny little cheeky peeks here and there. And Crystal will be able
Oh
to find
my
one.
god,
Batman
how is he
having
getting
snuck
away
up
with
behind.
this? I mean, it's kind of sick
Just
as well. He
Kaide
does the
to
TP
work
behind
around
the wall, so
smokes.
obviously they can't hear the
Sess is
TP.
still so
But
far
look
away,
at the
but there goes
confidence,
Kaide.
bro.
A quick double, gunned down by Javi at the end. Sess, you've got to go fast, mate.
Where do you think he's coming from as well? Tied by the drone, revealed in the open.
Yeah,
position
not a
that
good
he's played
plan.
before. GE knows it all too well, and Javi will
my
trace him
goodness.
right
Dude,
off
this
the
is such a
top of
big
the
play
boxes.
from Patman, and they
Patman
just
falls
completely whiff
for
on
his
him
first
also.
in the server.
You can
but
do
by
no
then,
wrong.
Damage already done.
16 to 1.
Behind the opponents in the chaos, getting away with a double as well. A 4 versus 5 conversion at the end that GE do get through. See it here on the replay as well. Just gorgeous things to come from him. Cess
Out
again,
smoke as well. So
inactive in the
nice.
server, it feels like currently. Calls are going a little bit problematic. The positions
God
and
shot, of
lurks
course,
being
as well.
red. I mean,
Thank you
we've
so
got
much, man. Thank you.
007 for Yartska and 07 and an assist for Cess.
I think Patman still hasn't died yet at all.
No, just once, just then.
Continuing on now. Okay, Recon a little bit later than would have liked. Still an opening for DFM nonetheless.
Another
In with
first
Hunter's
kill.
Fury as well. Autumn trying to play spoiler around the back of boxes, but May will continue with his hunt. Marked down by Dimensional Drift now as the combo gets called in. Paranoia out, Unotown with the kill.
They're going to try and press the issue here as the plant goes down, or maybe not. Missed the window of opportunity.
double flank.
Flank to come on out. Cess
Triple
to
flank.
feel the pressure here. It is a good angle for him that he should be able to find frags from.
At least one, if not two. That would be the best scenario yet. And he hopes for it. Hunkers down, does manage to find what's needed. 1v2 now. And an angle that's all too clear.
very
Akame
nice.
lines it up
Weird,
perfectly.
weird
Very
decision,
important,
man,
though,
to
for
go for a
DFM
triple
to
flank.
be in the server in this game, to be present
Maybe
and not
because
just
of the
fall
plant.
over.
They don't want to deal with the A main
So, to
plant.
be able to find a round there.
Not even sure they were
Be
close
good.
enough to
7
see the
5,
plant, to
best
be honest. But
possibility. The A site yet again. They're able to get in. They're able to get these plants down. It's the post that's betraying them. Maybe it is just a bit of a position for Cess to not play away from the team, to be a
the one
body
meant to be.
that is
There's
able to
been
shoot
so many 7-1s.
with support is going to be important as well.
One of the most common score lines right now. Poor
You
Desp
still got to
is
try and break this economy at GE.
having a rough time.
And one of these rounds, especially the way that G has been rotating across the map. This time around, though, DFM.
Could get worse as well. They win one. If they lose next, 1-9 loss bonus on top of this,
Slower
dude.
one
They might be
right now. No fights from the
in for an
get-go.
insanely quick map.
Yartska pushed up through mid. GE looking for a bit of control through main. Cess will dispatch of Autumn.
Oh, there
Dude,
goes a
Patman's
quick
non-stop
exchange,
moving.
surprisingly enough.
He actually
And not
never
deep enough to
commits. He
reveal
just always
if the
sidesteps
veto
2 taps or
utility
1
is
taps.
completely in the site. Now they know that it's on
Looks
the
annoying
main
to play
side.
against.
Unotan has to get out of dodge.
Ooh.
Can't find
Dude,
Kaide.
Udo's having a rough one, man. Patman's fragging for both of them.
Time. Javi still on the site, though, looking to anchor, but there goes May with quick movement.
Quick flank as well. Red.
It's
That's
just
the sinker.
insane what this guy's
What
getting
a
away
hop
with.
from Patman.
It's unbelievable.
There goes Crystal to do some initial scouting while Pat continues
How
to
can
keep
no one
them
shoot
invested
him?
towards the back B main.
No, Paranoia gonna miss its mark. You
Ooh.
expect Patman to TP up at the top. It's good identification from Akame in an individual duel that he should be very
Probably
capable
allowed to
of
drop
finding.
down
Look at the low HP.
and aim this guy.
As soon as smoke dissipates. Here's the drop,
Oh,
and there goes the kill
what
as
is
well.
happening in real
Kaide
time?
simultaneous as soon as it happens.
Yeah,
Second
Udon's
achieved for DFM, looking for a bit of stability,
struggling a
confidence
little.
to go their way as well. It's kind of feeling like at the moment for me, when you're playing a double duelist lineup in the server on a map like Breeze, you're not just trying to dive in towards these sites as well. Yartska really has just been shut down at every turning point. A couple of them through smokes, a couple of them in the back.
Nice. Get it. Nice.
I was talking about that economy a little bit earlier as well for Global Esports, right? They still have another purchase here. Good usage once more of the Interceptor. Zap away that util in towards the mid doors. You do have not a lot of space identification in mid as well for Global, so you got to look elsewhere right now.
ML Gaza, thank you so much.
Autumn's
with
TP
the
about
Prime.
to fade.
Appreciate
He
the
only
2
has
months.
one,
Thank you for that.
mind you, so when that is gone, he's either committed or then without. And he's holding in the elbow, so he is committed into this deeper line.
Yeah, with an operator, could be effective still. Keeping things competitive out towards middle. DFM not feeling safe enough to really creep on up.
Well, a minute mark on the line. You've got nil information as Crystal, so you want to use that drone, see what other space you can find, see what positions of your opponents you can garner.
or just to inform Yudotan to hold the position, hold the ground. Shorty goes diving in, and there goes DFM into sight, streaming through with Javi getting gunned down as well.
Is here.
Autumn beginning to set up a slight flank while Pat
understand
holds around the pyramids, makes use of the toxic screen.
Is his movement that good? I mean, his micro movement's really good. It's really, really good.
Autumn so far away though.
But I just can't believe he wins all of these aim duels.
Perfect Cosmic Divide.
It's with
Maybe not
movement
Patman.
only. Oh my
Takes
god.
out Cess just
He's
from
a
behind
god
it. And remember
right
that flank I just spoke about?
What am I watching?
You have to have a bit of an idea is made that this
Perfect time
can
to
be
push through this?
possible.
Of
But you're
course it
caught
is.
with the knife out. Patman getting the right timing again. Experience
Dude,
is
no one
worth its
can
weight
kill
in
him.
gold
He's
in the
always
server
moving.
at the moment. And Patman is showcasing that he is just reading you like a damn book.
The pages are open, man. I mean, the micro decisions on them, we just gotta see the replay again.
Look at how he
As soon
aims.
as the
He never
Cosmic
stays
Divide
still for
goes
more than 2
down,
bullets.
He manages to step away, even finding an opportunity to step on through, find the shot onto Cess.
I mean, the same thing happened the other day. I can't remember
Valorant
the
was the last
exact
one.
players that did it, but I know as soon as the Cosmic Divide was deployed, someone died immediately as it started to come into existence.
Oh my god.
You've got to be aware of these little gaps that do happen in these moments, but there's so much that'll be going through Cess's mind in that situation. And now it's going to be more of a rapid approach in towards this B side. What an absolute shot from Patman.
He's looking for even more as well. Shrouded steps. Oh, God,
this is
brilliant.
his home perch, I feel.
Just looking for it, sets up the smoke, reveals, and he holds it also clear with Javi. The perfect duo in tandem. Now for
what
Yudo
are we
to finish it
watching?
off. It's a flawless run yet
Generational
again.
game.
What's that? 3 flawlesses we've got from them so far. This is an outrageous start from Global Esports in a map that I was really expecting more from DFM. But I also highlighted earlier, Quack. I say that the percentages that we've seen from DFM so far on the attacking side of Kickoff have not been sufficient enough when you compare that to the defenses. They are up there
And then
on the
his positioning is
defensive side.
incredible
but they
as
are
well.
just not able
Keeps
to
TPing
get
from
a
so far
roll
away
on
that no one
attack
hears it,
to
man.
try and lead, to try and gain advantages, to hold. Global Esports are doing a very good job of punishing you at choke point entries and in trades. Evolution out for Yudotan. Mid, quick from DFM. But what do? You smoked off, you stalled.
He's got his Omenor again.
Oh, Crystal. As Yatska gets on the board.
Hello, Observer.
There are also multiple X's on the map outside across mid doors, as well as Cave. Yatska going to continue on with his tear, though, since his position is already known anyway. Thanks to TP, looks away just at the wrong second.
Yeah.
Akame left.
Gun here.
Spike on his back. But at the end of the day, it is a 1 versus 3.
We'll try to.
Why is no one
keep
spraying
on
the
through anyway,
smokes?
listening
Maybe because
for
they're all using
whatever
Vandals,
tells
because
he
it's
can find, but
it's
breeze.
a bit of Lady
You
Luck that
don't
needs
get
to come to
spammed
his
back.
favor here.
absolutely. A slight reveal onto Yudotan. The Cosmic Divide comes up as well. Akame trying to dance around it, but Patman's just way too swift.
25
What has he ended
to
on
3 in one
24,
half.
25 kills.
Switching sides.
Just at the end of the first
25
He's
and
averaging,
3.
He's
I need
averaging
someone
over 2 kills
to
around.
be the stat gatherer for me. I need to know what is the biggest scoreline in a half of Valorant. I feel like that's
must
got to
up
be up there.
No, that has to be up there. 25.
Probably wouldn't be wrong.
Like, what are
You would think that you would know, but
Frost.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Halftime.
well, I can tell you one thing for sure though: DFM Breeze, not a great mixture.
Not currently in a map that we haven't seen from them with this roster as well, right? It's always the
Suffering
thing
from
where
success.
do you stay on
Yeah,
towards
that's
maps that
nuts,
you're really
though,
confident
isn't
on in the veto process? What are you looking to ban out? DFM do opt at the end to remove Corrode in this veto first, so they do, you know, leave up a couple of the
my
maps
God.
that I feel GE could have gone. They could have definitely gone for Breeze in that showcase against Paper X. They looked alright. Could have gone for Split as well. Glad we've got that in the final. I was contemplating again. Abyss is a map that we could probably see from them, but they're holding their cards tight to the chest in that one for right now. Who really knows which way the veto would go to favor DFM if this is what we're seeing in the server at the moment. Haven would have been a spicy one for me.
Oh yeah.
Given the Sky Chamber, Sova, Yoru comp. I'm not the greatest fan of it.
45 headshot
I'll
percentage.
put that out there.
25
It's
kills, yeah, it's pretty up there as well.
It's a non-word, but it's an interesting one.
sure.
I like to see innovations here and there, but
All
for
right.
now, not the most effective just yet. We'll keep our
Let's
eyes
watch
onto
him.
this GE
25
one for
to
now.
3,
Onto the
bro.
attack
This
they
is
go.
insanity.
Revealing area.
I mean, I gotta say it obviously, right? DFM need the pistol. That should be said. GE do like this A site. That should be said. And it is the weaker side for DFM at the moment. They are pushing over towards B
Double
with 3,
orb smoke.
so they can potentially have a bit of a rapid flank.
3 out of
Although
the
the
4
TP was
used.
taken from Yatska to better back up the normal CT approach. Autumn straight shooting onto a car, mate.
Look at the position that GE are holding on to as well. Pat instantly gunning down Sess, hears the footsteps and calls it to the team.
Oh,
Javi, though, getting gunned down. Yatska in with a bandit. Yudotan's still
Oh,
alive,
right.
however, but now getting shut down. It's just Crystal left. Playing at such a long range with Classic 2, tries to go for the wide step out, manages to take down May, but
1
still,
HP
he's down
against
to
40.
1
Yep.
HP.
Singular Harry Potter here needs to sling out some good magic to be able to find this one as Kaede gets off. And
Ah.
do you win that
Nah.
on 1 HP?
Had a lot of whiffing in this pistol.
You
We got to
needed
talk
that
about the
round as
whiffing a little bit in
DFM.
this pistol.
No freaking way. It's a classic. He got off the spike as well.
It's a classic. 1 HP against long-range ghosts.
Replay, please.
Bonkers.
Wrong team. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we saw this one.
I mean,
That's ridiculous! How did you...
Insane.
what a Red Bull clutch to come out from Crystal.
Well, double pistol on this one.
Bit of a buy-up for DFM here. See what the Marshals
Yeah, I
are
mean,
going to
they
be
just
able to do
forced
with the
into
Sheriffs
it.
as well.
They gotta somehow win.
There's the first. So no trades to come out as May falters on the side into the crosshairs of Autumn. This is going to be a bit of a quicker one on the back of this utility.
Your
for Walt.
redemption for the
Marshall
Haven
makes you
clip. Oh yeah, that was a
second
classic
guess
too.
little
The
here
bottom
as
mid
well.
one.
They don't need to overplay their hands. They don't need to waltz into a trap. They've got a player advantage. Careful. They can really allow DFM to slip up here.
Yeah, sticking together as a pack. The right call. It's tactical as well, since Cess is the only one left on this A site. A slight bit of intel gathering here and there turns into a big firefight as well, and GE will just have their way with
This is the thing about watching
It's up to
GE.
Matt
Not
Point
as
now
much
for the
against
team.
Zeta, but again,
Yeah, I did not think this scoreline
maybe they weren't
discrepancy
as
was what
drilled
we'll
on
be
that one.
seeing between GE and DFM in
Their
map
spacing
one
and
of the
trading, we
day,
said this with
no
Paper
matter
X, the
what
spacing
map
trading is
it would have
really
been.
good.
Because we saw how
It's very
great
hard to
the
get
start
multi-kills
kickoff
against
was
this team.
for DFM as well, right? Very impressed with the game against Gen G, although we've seen some falterings there. I think in their game against RRQ, RRQ is always going to be a bit
Just
of a
looks
beast,
insanely
but
chill.
they
2 more
had some
kills for
showings on their
30.
defensive side of Haven in that series.
28 to
Corrode,
4.
you probably want to forget about from the 10-2 half that
10
was
10
seen
goes
at
at
the beginning
finishing
from
it.
RRQ's just
Surely they still got the
demolition on that
outlaw. Of
attacking
course
side.
they do. All people that can get
Here
one
we go
shot.
anyways. See if DFM are going to be able to have a little bit of depth in this map of Breeze.
As I tell you, they
The Outlaw's
watch
getting
back
a
that
little
previous
out of
round,
control
it's
this
gonna give
year.
them a
It was
migraine.
getting out of control
Yeah, they'll be
last
kicking
year.
themselves from the result there,
think
but
it's-
you probably have to
think it's
rewind and
fully
take a
out
little
of
bit
control
further
this year from
in
what
the
I'm
series
seeing.
to pick up where you went wrong.
Just coming to reset now. Find whatever you can get. Playing the long angles, trying to find
Well,
shots
gets
here and there with
melted,
the
as I've said
Bulldogs. The
this.
Marshals coming through. Gunning down GE as they step on through. A little bit too exposed. Courageous smoke out into, well, another smoke, but still.
A bit too ambitious from Patman there to try and force his way in with Shroud of Step. And
I
not
mean,
expect
bro,
that
he's
your
got
opponents are also
28
holding
kills in
inside of
15
the
rounds. He can
smokes.
do what he wants.
But as they all start to fade, so too do the chances of GE in this round. 2 versus 4. You got the flank. The other side of the map, of course, being held by Cess.
28, 20, oh yeah, 29.
Where he finds the space, he will try and hold it. And with 30 seconds to go now,
30
shouldn't
seconds
see a
left.
way in which GE are going to be able to break
Right
into this
here.
B site. That is the territory held by DFM with 3.
One enemy remaining.
May will go peeking, of course. Just waiting for the smokes to possibly go down now. They hear the orb getting picked up. So not really any remaining
10
moves
seconds
left
left.
for Javi. Other than to hope for kills here and there, but way too many targets on the other end. Another round out for DFM, but there's a lot to go.
Oh, absolutely. It is
Still
a
by?
massive mountain that you got to try and climb. You got to do it flawlessly. And if you're just playing percentages, as Global Esports, just wait for a big ult round, to be completely honest with you. Build them all up and then break them down. I'm talking about one of the sites around the map to absolutely overwhelm your opponents. If you want to just throw this map away for DFM as well, you can always reset from a massive scoreline difference. Losing the close ones.
Sad
A
strat.
little bit harder.
They got the lineup guy in their team. Here comes a late
They're gonna go
lineup.
out
Of course,
guns blazing
Patman's
anyway and attempt.
completely owning this game.
The player advantage, the scan of 2 in towards mid. You feel incentivized as main,
Oh,
and you
that's
need
a
to
nice
find something
one.
in. Opting not to spray too early, rewarded for it.
Flash still might have gone through though, so GE still looking for their opportunity into the A site. They actually trench on back.
Patman.
Comes in with the kills.
Yeah.
God.
Onto Cess and Akame, who have the information, just trying to hold on to the right angles, but Crystal
What a performance.
fans out wide, and
What a
GE
performance, man.
swiftly dismisses of DFM on the first map pick on Breeze.
That's just a monstrous performance to come
Yeah, it
through from
really
GE as a
is.
whole.
Would
And
we
I
end
gotta
on
say, for
32
Patman
to
too, right?
6?
There's no way that you can just
Or
say
was
this
it
map would have
5?
been as clean as without him. 32 to 5 at the end of this
32
one.
to 5.
I'll say that again,
32
folks.
to 5.
Patman has 32 kills. The next closest to him is Autumn on 13.
Also a 28-minute map.
Absolutely ridiculous that that comes out, but it just goes to show you at the end of the day, sometimes Valorant can be a one-man army's game, but you still need the supporting cast, and that's what we need to see more from the likes of DFM going into the next map. Reset yourselves here. It is a best of 3 for a reason. You picked Pearl. You have to find a lot more comfort when we do go into that map next, and a lot more coordination, making sure we get off on the right foot, and also really just maybe look like a bit of a different team.
It's it has to be said. It's also true. May might be him, but you do need, the whole team to be activated around him. We saw that with Patman, and we saw how the team enabled him to really go for some of these plays as well. The smokes and everything, all the quick reactions to DFM's hits. It's just so incredible and so amazing that this whole map went by so quick.
Patman,
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be
If
very close to
Paper X
30
didn't have
something
much
minutes.
pressure
I
on,
think
he
there's
just
a
kind
bit
of
a speed
added
run
a fair
happening
amount
here
with
from
this
GE,
one.
perhaps
Jesus,
on
what
the
a
cards for
performance.
today. But I don't want that. Like, I never
He's playing
want
so
Valorant.
well. He also
Valorant. I
played
want scrappy, I
insanely
want fun,
well
I
against
want
Paper
depth,
X.
I want length.
Like, he's really on
And we're
form
going to
right
have
now.
to be begging a little bit more for DFM to bring us that in the
You wanna
next
see him
map.
be a last
Analyst
shot?
desk.
Who's got
What do you-
Patman on their
what-
build?
Me. What do you think of this?
I got Patman on my build diff, actually.
Wow, you're very smart.
I am very smart, but I also have Yatsuka on my build diff, so
What
things
is
are
this?
balanced in this world. Now, in terms of the fragging power Pat
That
had
is
here,
absolute insanity.
they're calling him almost like a one-man army. It's so funny because DFM was that team with May, but May was not performing up to snuff today. There are a lot of small moments where like, okay, that was not very May-like. Just shots that he normally
I've seen
would
I've
get,
seen
but
like
this was
these
an
kind of
absolute,
stats in one half.
masterclass by Global.
I mean, that was one of the
But
most dominant individual performances
for a whole
we've
game, I
seen
know
in
there wasn't
Pacific.
much of a half here,
Ridiculous.
but
32 and 5 from Patman. He also had a very good game against Paper X on the Omen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
and I can
playing
see why he's
insane.
performing so well. Like, he has got so many fans on side right now. Like, literally, the entirety of the Asia Pacific region is just willing this guy to perform well and wanting the best for him. And I think he's taking all of that energy and running with it in the server.
Map
Yeah,
pick.
the
This is G's map pick.
516 ACS. He's just keeping all over the place as well. He's
Poman.
so... The Poman.
Poman.
Okay,
He is
I'll be back in a
so
little bit.
confident right now.
Oh, the Poman.
It just
Oh
feels
my
so
God.
easy. He's tipping into every smoke. He's tipping behind them.
Yeah.
And then every 1v1 he has, it just seems like the other guy's not shooting back.
The
I don't
map's
want to see him
already
initiator
over.
anymore.
Mate,
Pullman
he went
for president. 32 kills.
32 to 5.
Unbelievable. Now, it's
Plus
been kind of
27 in
interesting.
one
So,
map.
you know what? Let's just rewatch some of these Patman moments. Do you like the Pullman? Are we keeping
dude,
this
the
in?
whole
Is this
the
like-
whole replay package
You're
is
giving
just
me
a
a look
Patman and
right now.
highlight.
You're
We're
like, no.
workshopping it.
Yeah.
We're workshopping it. It's like when,
Batman Postman.
yeah.
Okay,
It's like
back in
when
the
your like not so cool auntie is trying to like make something stick. That's the vibe that I get.
Yeah.
What's up, kids? Hello, kids.
Hello, my fellow kids. I mean, Patman was looking very useful in the server. So many multi-frags. I mean, he really was on his game here. At the same time, though, how many whiffs are we going to see in these highlights? Like, DFM could not shoot
I'm
back
not
at
focusing.
this guy.
I'm not focusing on that, man.
Okay,
Patman
all
the Postman Omen.
Postman Pat. Have you ever seen
Postman Pat,
Postman
I
Pat?
have indeed.
Yeah.
Because today, you know why he's the Postman?
Why?
Because he delivered on
He
time.
always delivers.
He's delivered.
He always
He
delivers.
always delivers.
I mean, this round was unreal. Like, multiple
I like the
players.
jump, yeah, the jump
That was a
back.
hell of a shot. Jesus Christ. He really just was in flow state here.
There's not much you can do really from DFM side. Yes, you can say just don't whiff, right? But if a guy is shooting like this, it just seemed like there was a little bit of a force field around him, to be honest.
It was actually amazing. It wasn't, you know, just pure aim duels. There were a lot of moments where he understood timing, when to push the Astra ult, when to push through his smokes.
Yes.
He has absolutely no fear when it comes to that. And like you guys said, like we saw a lot of this happen when he's playing Omen against Paper X.
Yes.
And a lot of those frags were happening in the, well, also on the Waylay, but definitely on the Omen.
But it definitely just seems right now he's playing so confident, so he's not doubting any of the first move. The first thing that comes to his mind, that's what he does.
Yeah.
So he's just moving instinctually. And this is when we're speaking about flow state. This is what we're talking about,
Yeah.
right? We can see he's not second-guessing anything, and when he's going for that aggressive play, he just believes it's going to pay off every time. He already is envisioning what is going to happen, and then he goes for the play, and it works out every time, for now.
Yeah, I mean, this is the benefit of Global Esports just picking up such stacked players. They built on it from last year, keeping Crystal as well as Uditan into this year, and they made even more good pickups. And to be able to go from a team that was underwhelming in terms of firepower to a team that has players that can win you the game outright on an individual basis is something very, very special.
Oh, absolutely, and on multiple different kind of roles as well. Now, that's not to say, though, Global did not have a couple of their own mistakes.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out this one. It is the same thing that happened against Paper X. Please, if you're GE, Frost, if you're watching this, yeah, let's not.
Can you stop giving me free tips? I picked DFM today, and you're like giving all these freebies.
Bro, Frost, I'm liking what you're doing with the team and whatever, but this fighting in front of the Viper wall that happened against Paper X and then dying to the Jet again. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like a couple of small things. I've been enjoying watching you guys, but I don't want to see this. Come on.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Repeat mistakes that happened not too long ago is something that you definitely want to clean up. Now, let's talk about DFM a bit, you know, especially about May on the Jet.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this is something that I was kind of thinking about, and I was talking about the ability to go for a lot of contact plays or B plays. You can see that actually executing into the Veto or even at times the Omen on the off angle is actually quite difficult to try to burst your way into B, and DFM had a lot of troubles doing that.
Yeah, he tried to enter into the side, onto the top side of the pillar there, falls down, doesn't have that Jet entry effect that you want because he wants to go in and then the team can scale behind or he can look for trying to get a kill off the recon. But if you're just falling down or you're not making it, you're just a little bit too short. This is something that used to happen with Moniet all the time, and we used to joke with him because he's too heavy to get up to the top. And that's exactly what happened. And if it's happening...
That was going to be a short person joke. It ended up being a heavy person joke, but go... Sorry, continue.
Every time, right? So if... It's the worst timing for it to happen as well, right? You're already having a hard time, and you really need your star duelist to make his entry safely. This is why you're playing Jet. And now you're going into the Veto, which, okay, yeah, it's already a little bit harder. And now you're not making it to the top of the pillar either. So it kind of symbolizes and shows exactly what was happening during the match. Like, it's a good setup from GE, but then there's also some missed execution from
I mean,
DFM.
I think Jet just seems like quite an outdated agent these days. Like, that's where the Waylay is worth its weight in gold, where you go into a site, things aren't going well, you refract out, and then you have that second pump of an execute. But Jet, you're hard committed. It's crazy that Jet used to be the safest entry back in the day with the Cloudburst dash on Ascent and things like that, where it's just like, wow, I'm nice and comfy sitting on the market switch or maybe choosing up my position to dash, and that's going to be enough time. But the game has changed. Like, that's no longer the best way to do things.
People are so good at sitting close to a smoke, and when you're trying to dash, that they follow your dash and go into your smoke. Like on Haven, people still started doing it so much. JC Vash was one of the first guys I remember that we always used to hold his recon, and then he would shoot it into your smoke the moment you dash into it. So a lot of these Jet players, they're getting so annoyed by this happening all the time. We still see some players playing Jet because of comfort, and Jing also had a really good performance on for Paper X on the Jet. So it's still feasible. You can play it. The A split on Breeze, it's not bad with the Jet still, but overall I think there are potentially better options with some of the double smoker options if you're going for the double duelist.
The thing is, we even saw T1. Go watch the start of that T1 attacking side. Buzz was on a suicide mission into B, and to be honest, they were never interested in going B a lot of the time. They were almost just sending Buzz in with Astra smokes and using him as a decoy while they contacted mid to A. Like, they even knew this isn't going to work, but at least it's going to draw a couple of rotations.
I prefer that game plan, especially when you're playing against the Yoru, right? So then you're either going to wait out the 2 TP, so you wait around to like 40 seconds, right? Or you're going to have that initial fake and you hope that the Yoru TPs to the other side and then you hit the weak side, right? So doing it that way makes sense, right? But doing it the way that DFM just did is not the way I think how to play against the Yoru and the Vito.
And unfortunately, it's another lackluster attacking side from DFM.
Yeah.
They opted to start attack, by the way. They chose this life.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we don't get to see enough rounds of their defense that's been like the strong side for them.
But it's just so interesting. We were talking about this earlier as, you know, we're so early in the season right now and the meta hasn't been fully defined right now, but we're seeing these different play styles come out. The choice of using the Waylay together with the Chamber or the Yoru, or using a solo Yoru, the way DFM does. But as we go into Pearl, now this is a map that historically DFM has played really well on, but I'm now wondering how this approach is going to be as they face against, you know, a very powerful global esports.
Well, let's see. DFM, they are going for the double duelist Neon Yoru. It's a very popular approach. Nothing crazy about this comp whatsoever. Yatsuka just had a pretty horrific game on the Yoru, though, so he's going to have to pick himself up by the bootstraps. I think it's a map that they have, you know, already been pretty familiar with, so I think DFM should be quite comfortable here on their map pick.
Yeah, that GE comp is also something that has been very much GE-like at the moment. We're going to be seeing Patman back onto the Waylay. We'll get to see that once again, and with how he's fragging right now, I can't imagine if they was doing that on Omen, Waylay might be in for a treat right now.
Oh, absolutely. He's just going to double the kills. He's going to go in even faster. It's a really promising game for GE so far. But let's see how this plays out as we send it back to our casters, Quack and Komodo.
Thank you very much, Deska. Yeah, back here with Quack and Komodo. I mean, this one, DFM really need to show up.
That's probably a bit of an understatement, but if they did a bit of a watch and research onto bind, perhaps, for GE against Paper X, this is their bind comp. They've just put it on Pearl. So I'm wondering right now, are we getting a very rare chamber in the composition for GE as far as VTOTAN is concerned when we've got Haven? And are they pushing Veto on every other map? I'd be very interested to see if they do opt to do that. Likewise of when Teo came to the mix last kickoff, we've got just Teo merchants. Do we right now have VTOTAN as a Veto merchant?
Dude, he's on the fearless sender role. There's no way he can get that kind of crazy score on this role. 2-0 on the pistols at the moment. DFM,
offensive side as well. GE
double frenzy, try win the pistols.
Yep, they are not scared to take fights whatsoever as the chokehold is popped over at the B side. The rest of the utility as well, just zapping away as the clone was sent in. Autumn on that call took his gate crash to back this up. So Yatsuka would very much like to find some good timing against Autumn right now, and I don't think he's going to find it. Immediate decapitation. As GE will hold player advantage. Space in B, space up, forward of A for Harvey. Rotations for Patman as well if needed, expecting a perhaps split through up.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything towards A main or B, so you're quite clear that these guys might be taking time to re-clear middle. GE is quite aware of this because VTOTAN is prepared. Unfortunately, goes down to Akami's pistol.
He was very committed there. No bailout strategy, so he's done well to find one. And you got to remember, Harvey has pushed all the way through A main. Now Patman spots out where Kaide is. You don't need to get too big for your boots here as well as GE. You've got
nice from Patman. Just holds, lets the A player play.
Right, Patman.
No matter what, they have a crossfire. It's a shame about the aim.
Scenario. But he does die.
Quickly read. Javi thankfully does arrive at the right time as well, though. Akami now trying to stick the spike down. Meanwhile, GE just looking for the angles. Let's get Autumn involved in this fight as well. Popless right off the top. Close range though, so Akami still has a chance, but sooner rather than later, maybe running out of ammo, does have the chance to reload. Still though, unfortunate circumstances as Javi managed to get one through his dome.
Yeah, it gets close at the end. A very workable scenario for Akame to try and piece that one together.
Thank you so much, man.
GE gifting him a couple of 1v1s
GE's
in the
time.
mix. Doesn't get the job done, so we
Yeah,
continue
dude, it's
where we
definitely,
left off
it's
for
definitely a
Global
team to get
Esports
excited
on
for
the
this year.
last map. Good ideas to begin on this map as well, right? I really have a feeling that the game plan from Global Esports is to always on the defensive side push
set the new
somewhere.
ACS
They are
record.
always
It
going
must
to
be a
want
new
to try and
ADR
find
record
some
as well,
space
right?
in one side of the map or in the middle, and then adjust because of this double TP comp that they are running. It gives them such flexibility to almost be everywhere all at once when they need, give or take like a 4-second, 5-second window for some running, which is massive.
Doing it again. Up towards A main. Cluing from Autumn as well, and he does find one through the smokes.
Yep.
Oh!
He's playing
what
weak
the-
side at the moment, but he can get hungry for the kills as well with the TP to get out. Do like the GE push A main as well. You recognize that it's just up against the pistols at the moment. As long as you recognize where the gaps
Basically all
are
the
in your
records
own
apart from kills.
defenses, you should
Yeah,
be all good.
I
That's why
mean,
you can see some rotations
map
from
didn't go long
Crystal
enough
over
for him to get
towards
the kill
back
record.
spawn. Just make sure that there's no water pushes to come out. Autumn looked for a flank for a couple of seconds, so they are picking up what gaps could be coming into play. I wonder if DFM are going to get another situation where they can try and bully their way in here, get a plant perhaps. It's going to be difficult though, you'd assume.
Yeah, Panon already quite aware, so does confirm at least just a little trinkle of information. At the same time though, you got Yudo, you got
Well, it's a
Crystal
free
right
plant.
around the corner.
Spike planted.
They do get the plant. Sharpie from Pat.
We'll give him that. G still feeling comfortable enough to go in for the big challenge on the
Course he does.
duels.
Dude, I thought he
There
was
they
gonna get an
all
extra
go
on there.
down.
Flawless round to come out from Global
Gotta let him get the
Esports.
defuse as well.
In
Get
our
that all on
wait
nice and early.
for the bonus,
DFM first
essentially.
buy
Pistol
rounds.
does very
At least they
narrowly
can
go
get
their
the
way
heavy
in
on
the
us.
end.
Flawless.
Beginning
DFM
again, yeah.
Time to showcase what you have prepared for us on this map. You decided to pick Pearl into this veto.
Yeah, they did take that previous one against Gen G as well, but that was a Gen G that wasn't looking too familiar.
13-10 at the end of the day in that series, though, from DFM. Right? Challenged a little bit. Some tape to watch to figure out how things go. It was the attacking side that they started off with the pistol into the bonus on the third. The slight little giddy up
GE
from
kinda
Gen G,
picking
if you
right on
remember,
this
but
one.
They did lose the half.
Aggro over towards A. They got the
So
Euro
we'll have to wait and
TP
see
to
on
reinforce
their
B.
weaker side
You've obviously got the
of
delay
Valorant
on
at the
B.
moment.
This makes
This
a lot of
attacking
sense.
side into a 3-stacker.
Oh,
Dude, there's so many here to fight
completely
this.
pushed forward. GE wants to prevent them from breaking through, but unfortunately 2 players will go down. Autumn with this outlaw forced to reload. That takes time.
Yeah, Autumn was the one that was spotted here. I think Crystal was too, perhaps, but it's the good settle from DFM with the player advantage now. You'll feel safe as you do,
Ooh,
Tan,
that's the
that
kill.
you wouldn't get
Makes
flanked.
the round easy.
So that's a duel. It was
Forces to
very needed for
rotate out. I
Kaide.
like this from the others.
Should be an easy close here
Just
for
cut
DFM.
sound and hold. There's
Still
2
got all those
reactions that would
players up.
happen. It's either
Both
this
of
or
the
this.
utility still online. Akame possibly to drone in through. At least with numbers advantage, but we'll see if Autumn's outlaw could do anything.
Yeah, did
Yeah, they know where
finish
one
off
is. Trip
Yardska,
gets
finish Cess.
triggered behind.
Can you play a little bit of bait and switch and draw the aggro away from Crystal, perhaps, to get on in?
Spike planted.
Maybe waiting for a haunt. DFM, though, elect to hang all the way back towards main.
No reason not to play from there as well when you've got some recon availabilities from Akame. You've got the nanos
Really
that are
got
going
so
to
much
chip them
delay
down.
on
You've got
this.
the gravity well as well. So you just got a lot of win cons here for DFM.
Look at
Bomb grenade out.
the positions from Yatsuka. Clearing all the way out back. So quite comfortable to just look towards the spike itself. DFM listening for the tap, waiting out the utilities,
One enemy.
taking off the recon, instant trades, instant kills
Yeah,
coming
not too
through
bad.
from Kaide.
I'm interested to see
Yeah,
if
again,
these
there's no reason that you
actually
should be
want to
losing
buy
those
new armor,
situations for
'cause it might
DFM
make
in
a
that bonus
difference.
round when you do get the advantages and settle on down. This composition can definitely lead into some post-plant strength, which we do need to see from DFM as well, but that is going to be provided they get
What's an
advantages
Angel's
into these
take that you
sites.
need
They
a hard
set
drone
themselves
on
up
this
for
map?
the post-plants, because if GE
Yeah,
are
I
going
mean,
to give
just
them a lot of
thinking
challenges in
long
the
B-
early game,
Long BD
are they
front.
going to lose a couple of these players
It
that
definitely makes it easier.
do make it more difficult to try and find closing in the rounds? Very close to a couple of big ults for DFM too. Hunter's Fury, lockdown.
You should only play
I
don't think it's as strict rule as that. You should only
Drone's going to ping him, so that should be the freebie ult orb if they want it. Just do due diligence and clear all your corners
double controller
first.
would just do
With how
a
far
similar
you
vibe.
are up, get that
Just
lockdown
blocking.
available perhaps and get the
And then
Hunter's Fury
fading.
off the plant.
Or just kind of waltz on through and really set up camp.
don't care about the orb, sure.
Wow.
It's fine.
Maybe they're handing it over. Okay, a combo
5v5 retake if
Hunter's Fury to
the
play
Killjoy.
post in this 5 versus
They probably
5.
missed a bit
Every
of a
single
trick
member of
here.
GE going to be coming
They
from
go
the
for
spawn side.
Sova ult instead of Killjoy ult. Not sure about that one.
Set things up. Hunter's Fury deployed. A little bit early. Conversion
Well,
pass
he
clear
nearly
out
got a
of
double,
Halls.
so
See
maybe
where
I'm
the
wrong.
light speed lands. Unfortunately, to Patman's death, but that will be the goal light for everyone else from GE. Now executing
Great
onto
flash
sight.
on
The
that.
trade's coming through from Yatska, but there goes Autumn as well. Yatska still alive, gets onto the diffuser. Now it's 1v1. Autumn trying to dance around, and he gets the kill at the
actually
end.
a HP diff.
Very, very
45
narrowly though,
against
however.
40.
I think that was a bit of a misplay perhaps
lands
if I
one
was
shot,
to pinpoint
5
something
HP
from Crystal
survives.
there. 2 versus 1, you do see from the spotto from Autumn how close Yatska
I mean, I do
actually
think the
was
Killjoy
there.
ult makes way
To
more
go for the
sense
tap,
there.
it looks
but
like the call was
he
to go
also
for the
nearly
half
got double
diffuser
of
protection, but
Sova
Autumn
ult.
was also caught in a bit of a transition that he doesn't have the right angle. Would have been a very workable scenario for Yatska to be able to find
It's
that
another
round.
incredible start.
Chip damage from the Hunter's Fury as well, doing a little bit here to assist for the squad, but at the end of the day, Valorant is played on winning rounds. And DFM are sorely missing them currently.
Yeah, even though they are so close. It's
Luck into the
unfortunate.
tier 1. Thank you.
At
It's
least the
26
ults
months,
have
man.
come
Thank you for
online.
that.
Some of them, yeah. But how much favor do you put in the lockdown perhaps being the be-all and end-all to gain you entry in towards one of the
Kind of
sites?
surprised he didn't drop the
Similarly,
gun
do the
over
same
and
with
go
the
for an
Dimensional
outlaw
Drift.
here.
It is a lesser buy for DFM in this scenario, which
Felt like they were leaning
GE
into
win,
that pretty
you know,
heavy.
cleanly. Sets themselves up with a bit of padding on their own econ as well. So it can definitely be the time in the map to have a great start to the defenses for GE. Cause some worry for DFM, even more so from what we saw from the last map. Or if you somehow come away with a thrifty-esque round here as DFM, maybe be able to come out with a good attacking performance that we've not seen yet.
Hoping
Yeah,
for
they might
Elise
get farmed in
Yatska.
return from this outlaw.
Just eager to find a shot with this outlaw. Patman still sticking around. Oh
Ooh,
no!
still only
Crosser
heavy
placement
armor.
slightly
Now
thrown
everyone's
off.
one shot.
It's just going to be go time for DFM to bully their way into the site as well. Then all of the arc pressure already established. They are in.
Which means it's a really sticky situation for GE. At least getting the planter
Like to go
down
1 on 10 HP is probably worth that.
at the cost of Patman's life.
I want to stay alive with
Still the
the
Drift and Cosmic Divide available.
Astro.
Everyone else arriving soon enough up towards Flowers. They begin to push up. Lockdown though.
still no plan.
Go in deeper. May prevents that from happening with the off angle. Slides
Okay,
on up.
very, very
and
nice.
it's going to be Yatska
This
landing down the final shot.
Not a
I
thrifty,
don't like where this
but
game
you would
is going
kind
with Outlaw,
of
man.
be, you know, seeing a little argument with 2 of the classics, but the Outlaw are doing a lot of the great damage onto the quite a shield-equipped GE members there. Some regens in there and some 25ers that the Outlaw does flourish against. Sharpies from May as well. Effort by a committee for the team of DFM to get the job done there. I was talking about a scenario that would bring a bit of stability to your economy as GE. Well, now you got nada. Now you got to play for the full
Like,
save.
if GE actually bought an outlaw there as well, I also think that's kind of on them as well, to be honest, though.
DFM pilots this round at least.
Like with how easy
Yeah,
their
let's go out.
anti-ecos have been because of the outlaw, to
point
then
on that,
have a
just
round
Yudotan.
where you don't
Again,
buy one
no
is
way to
kind of
get
crazy.
out
It's
of a
nicely done from
sticky
DFM.
situation as
Realized they were low money.
GE
They were going to be at least like 3,
progressing
4 of
up
them
to
on
aim
light
and
armor.
three.
They also, it's also
That could be
GE's
the go
fault
signal for
for
DFM to push down
just
Argo.
making sure that they went for pure rifles instead of like
Looking to
guarding
take
heavy
the
armor.
fight against the classics.
Oh, Crystal has just been ditched by his
Just,
teammate.
I guess, not playing
2 of them, in fact, or rather maybe
Not
putting
playing
himself a little
smart.
bit too far forward.
when
In
everyone's
a bit of a
abusing this
miscomp.
gun.
Hopefully we do see that patched up a little bit later on buys. Autumn does well to get a trade there. And there's an opportunity for Yudotan to get a freebie on the Yatska. This is where things could get a little bit wonky, my friend. Oh, okay.
Gets it at the end,
Dude,
but
if he
the
had
Kami's
died
still
from
able
the
to take down
second shot
Autumn
there, I
now.
would have lost it.
With the outlaw that Yudotan just picked up, what can he do?
Oh, if he hung around for another split second, he would have had that line with the way that DFM peek around the corner.
Yeah, they hear him.
Yeah, the expectation that it's going to be a bit of a B play end up for
Oh,
DFM
they hear him, but
here.
I think
But that's
they
not going
thought
to
he was
happen.
rotating this way.
do look towards what they previously did. They were a heavier B-side team on the attack. They had 5 over there compared to 3 at B with their plant style.
Which does inform to how kind of want to play things, planning towards the back end. DFM continuing to peek on through.
Honestly, this one you're just planning not to lose any more rifles as DFM really solidify some of that economy. Try and string together buys on buys and afford to have a couple of losses here and there, because DFM are going to have to really challenge on this map if they want to try and win anything flawless on the attacking side. I know it may be a bad idea to just hold this gun for Harvey on towards the next round, but again, see what damage he's be able to do.
Playing safe for now, up around the spike. The movements, barrel spotted.
Yeah, and that's it. Not going to see anyone peel away, hold on to that gun as Harvey into the next round where you get a couple of ults to play in with for GE as well. With
I'm not sure it'd ever be smart to do it, but there's definitely situations, you know, when people are playing Astra. Yeah. When people are playing Astra and they kind of leave the spike a little earlier to Astra suck.
Equal scoreline, 3-3.
When they're saving guns. You could definitely, at the moment people aren't that used to veto, you could definitely try and ninja it.
See what they're made of in the server today against Global Esports, otherwise we're still dropping down into an elimination
horrendously, but
run in the lower bracket.
People aren't great at playing against the ult. Oh, nice.
Guys, it's neon ulti, will be split A, fast split A, should be fast split A. No, I'm so far.
Chill.
It's a good read though. It's good recognition there from Crystal. Could be a split A. For the moment in time it was, but now you've got a bit of this mid-doors pressure from DFM as Autumn removes Cess from the equation, and Patman does well to not overplay his hand.
You gotta admire how they really calm their nerves down after the initial contact. Just long enough to find the shot. Now extra information off of it. Now you can definitely confirm it's going to be a split A. So Pat just waiting to strike while the iron is hot. Down goes a couple players from DFM, but Kaide and Mei able to answer back.
Yeah, not really.
What cost though?
From that
their health incredibly low.
Yeah.
Susceptible to wall bangs and also open lines of sight.
And now you just need to not play this round essentially as Crystal from here on out. Wait for your team to come. Don't give Mei an opportunity for the 1 versus 3. He's going to try and do it with the time that he's got in his hands. There's the first. Whoa, second. This is why I say you have to play 3 versus 1s as a 3 versus 1, because this is what
nice
can happen.
Well.
Crystal will now meet with Mei at this B site, but will he get here earlier than Mei thinks?
Crystal's here pretty early.
That's what it comes down to. He's actually able to force. He just pops overdrive. Continues to check the angle. Tough shot for Crystal to find. He's got to be so careful.
Do you think that Mei has relocated into the link though? Crystal here.
Suspects it.
Or does he? Clearing holes. Gotta look long. Overdrive expired. Vandal in hand. Not planted for Mei, but it's an angle that he can swing out and spot.
He's gonna go for it. Crystal's onto it. Oh, it's just in his goal so perfectly. Red Bull clutch comes up huge for Mei.
Here was sick.
That is exactly why, my friends.
Yeah, and I kind of praised GE for trading earlier. They had to trade this one.
And not give players
they didn't hear
clutch moments,
double
not slip up in important, pivotal situations. Mei has dug extremely deep.
So
I would say Mei is playing like the Mei of old, the Mei we come to expect. We haven't seen that too much from him so far this year. That's going to be a kick up the butt for GE, you would assume. As a timeout will come around the corner. Mei getting away.
Frost is going to be furious. They got ecoed by the Outlaw.
DFM's timeout though, because if they called it early, it could have been. No, it is GE's. They slipped up in that round, but Mei did amazing to find it.
Did you watch Tim V's video about Liquid and Keiko?
That was not intended.
He's just flaming Keiko, right? I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a ferocious 2K that he earned right off the back of it. So So definite timeout being called.
I mean,
right
it was
now.
a bit of a shocker attack.
You know, you kind of mentioned them wanting to play off the aggressive TPs and stuff that they can do, but
yeah,
right now that's getting slipped all the way across.
I mean, there was a slip up in that A side as well, technically from Yudotan, right? Where you've got Patman a little bit deeper towards the stairs. He's very committed with no way to get out of there. A crossfire would feel a little bit impossible as well because you don't have a smoke going down to the stairs.
That's
right?
when they're 7-1 up.
Has to watch over towards the art play, and Yudotan has to watch over towards main. Just finds the wrong timing.
Timing out when you're 7-1 up
frazzled
is
when May is
absolute
jumping around with
insanity.
Toe coming down at the art lane. So, a bit unlucky for GE there. Reset to the pistols now as DFM, as I said, if they can do really well on this attacking side, they should set themselves up for a good close on this map, given defensive history.
One round in the lead for now. Trying to set on even more, but there goes GE. Just pistol trains all the way up mid.
But they got great retake odds.
Steal a gun from Autumn. So we'll see what he wants to do with the Vandal, if he is going to be the one to hold it. There's going to be a
nice reaction from DFM. And with
Crystal
Crystal being here, it looks like they kind of expect
dropping
it.
an ult here for GE as well.
They know that no one's pushed over towards elbow.
Oh no, but Yatsuka just mows them all down.
Spray.
Yudotan, a slight trade right at the end of it.
Yeah,
still though, May comes cracking through. Just on him and already revealed by the decoy. Tries to slow him down with a relay. May stays on top. Akami holds the angle just
Dude, I'm kind of interested with this because I do think the split could get really
push
close.
From Yatsuka, Momo down, they line up easy as you like it, swatted like flies.
Not false confidence on the map.
Now the guns will be back for
I think they have quite a lot of confidence on the map because of other teams who's playing it.
You win this one, it's going to extend you on this attacking side. Reset GE yet again. You'll take the half. You'll look to go further.
Jesus.
Did see an operator being brought out for GE as well. Doesn't feel like they've really
okay, big Baron. They got too many ults to lose this round, you would imagine.
He does permit it now. Yudotan to pick that up and hold the B site by himself. Effort by committee over at the A site. Patman finds the kill, courtesy of the supporting of Crystal. The backup of Autumn as well. Again, GE love to lean these 4-1s, 1-1-3s for the initial get-goes.
That's something similar at Chaos. Interesting.
Oh, DFM.
I mean, he's not wrong.
A slight gap in towards middle. Comes back in to re-clear. Yudotan whipping the shot, so unfortunately it's to back off the line. But GE will continue to push out
mid-air
apart.
with that kill.
Relay bolt as well comes in.
He's had a jump bug
because
and
Kaide
he's
has managed to
completely
sneak
locked
up around
out.
the back. Barrel's been spotted. The first player goes down. Javi has to
Dude,
shoot
they don't
himself
look
out,
good on
but
this
cannot
map.
do it.
Dude,
Which
this might get
leaves
close,
the A
chat.
site open and ripe for the taking.
Yudotan missing that op shot is really problematic because the
It's an
timing
insanely
was found
convincing
by DFM to get that
fast
flank,
map,
and there was just zero awareness
but
from GE.
I think we need to lock
by pushing in towards Art. There's no idea that anyone could be coming from main as well. You're just so vulnerable in that situation. Yudotan even popped the evolution here to get that health up that he did lose, so you no longer have access to that going into the next couple rounds. I mentioned that that was an important one for DFM to weather through. They have firmly found themselves in the driver's seat right now in terms of economy and rounds and future trajectory as well. Buys on buys.
A lot of padding, and if all things go right for the end of the first half, well, they might actually be looking pretty comfortable.
Crystal, I mean, they even got lucky here.
Yudotan will hold on to the operator for the next
made him jump,
round.
and he still gets a kill. And they're still losing.
The choices look like
they don't really change too much when they have their ults.
Sometimes you want to combo a couple of these ultis off the rip as well, see what you're going to be able to do. You want to try and deploy the convergent paths perhaps in the get-go, slow your opponents. There's not going to be really a way that DFM can get out of that if you are caught. And I kind of lick my lips if they did decide to deploy it over towards A main at the moment, but
what is this, a
force? A mid-deployment for Global Esports.
It's just going to be a lot of noise. Maybe retake protocols for this one.
Has to be, and Autumn already took the TP over towards Secret. Unexpected by May. Hunter's Fury starting to rail on in by Akame as well. Looking to find some chipper damage. The flash in is gorgeous. The trades need to start to come out. This is where it gets a little bit upside down for DFM.
It's going to be a flash from GE though, and that's exactly where Patman will strike. Two down in the ground alongside Autumn at the end.
They don't have...
That's striking where the iron is hot, but not for DFM who were hot. That one feeling a little bit heavy. GE at the right spot at the right time. Betrayed by Pace, DFM there. Not even at the cost of any ults from Global as well. Nicely done in the battle of the scrap here earlier as well, right? Couple of content pieces ago. Everyone thinking that GE aren't going to be sharp on the aim. Everyone thinking that Varel were going to be able to out-aim them. People thinking that DFM are going to be able to out-aim them. They are thriving in a couple of these moments.
Love a mid punish.
DFM showing more in this map already
So
as
way
well.
late ult set strat. Looks a little like it.
Maintain a lead on the exchange of the halves. So Autumn to be tested over at B. A marathon for the team to help him.
I mean, if they just go fast here, is this site not incredibly weak?
It's going to take quite a while. The rest of the team still trying to piece together what is happening across the map, but there goes the exchange, and instantly DFM wants blood. They want to get that spike down.
And Patman in theory should be popping over towards spawn, right? Jesus ult. Unless they're going to fast flood off the top of the spike. Kind of looks like
drop them together here. There's the first and the second.
Oh, and perfect
right in it. You gotta sidestep that ult.
And everything connecting too. Trying to set up for
he did.
light speed, but just playing around the end of the Cosmic Divide. That's exactly where DFM plants their feet down. Just Patman left, and down he goes. The final domino to fall.
Yeah, the right weapons for the right position as well. Doesn't matter if you're slowed.
Not a great setup. Because it's like, if you want to play weak side like this, because you've got your Astra, you've got like the 2 ults that you're going to retake. Should my Yori not be playing insanely passive and not going for this play?
Perfectly timed by Cess in my
Also, we got we want to do a fast flood ult, and we got 4 over towards A, and my Vito doesn't have his fast TPs.
3 versus 1, you don't drop that too. 7-4, last round of the half now. There will be buys for everyone in another extremity fight.
Okay. DFM realize that they're taking aggro A, they let them have it. In return, how much space do they get at mid?
Immediately, DFM alter. Go to take mid.
I've got a really good idea of G's intentions, so playing spread thin somewhat for now.
Gartska's able to get a bit further in towards Art here. Pop the chokehold. Draw some eyes for Global over there.
Oh.
He's got the operator, so
he doesn't get too much for this. They're just holding a passive default.
Spots out some little information around.
Not enough, though.
For the trip, we saturate the top and jewel.
You're going to try and bait this one as Kaede. Draw Patman to peek straight into the crosshairs of this operator.
Meanwhile, May still continuing to check around A main as well. Time is slowly ticking away.
I'm not sure this... Okay.
Oh, the timing on that one.
Fake drone over towards B to create pressure. Insta replay.
Split. G calls
so they
it too
can keep
clearly.
heavy stack over towards A. I mean, this should be fine for GE.
Goes in with light speed. It's a bait and switch tactic. Cess gets fallen. 30 seconds left. Akami comes back through. Manages to pick up the spike. They go in. They get the site. Shorty's a hand. And they're looking to hunt down remaining GE players. But here comes Javi and Autumn from Flowers.
2 versus 1.
It's all lined up perfectly. 10 seconds left as well.
Yeah, baited.
10 seconds
just got to listen out for it. Slowly trying to creep on through. And it's just perfect enough for Autumn to find the headshot.
Rough half to watch for GE, man.
Yeah, a couple of moments in that round for DFM that could have turned it in towards their favor. The operator of Yatska getting betrayed a little bit there. Nice ideas from Patman to dash in towards main. You've got some aggro being drawn, and the secret play where shorties take their pot shots.
That was a 3-1. 5 is not bad, mate. They were 3-1 up,
2 versus
ready
1
to snowball.
As well at the end there, played nicely by GE.
Was a shocking half.
Going together no matter plant or fake. That round certainly could have been either teams at either moment. But I will have to say, 7-5 for DFM. If they're able to pick up the pistol on their defensive side right now and get a good start, they very well
and then loads of the stuff didn't make sense.
That's still a sizable if, though.
5 is not good.
Still so far have not gone their way. We shall see.
Shall see indeed. I wonder at the moment for May. You did mention that you wanted to play against GE on a stage interview previously. After map 1, I don't think it would have been the same sentiment.
I don't know,
but right now, maybe?
Off the class that he got from before, yeah.
Double jeweler
Still
slow.
feels
Yeah, that's true.
pretty good. I am wondering how G might look to play on the attacking side, especially with competition.
How do we make
have.
Riot Nerf the Outlaw?
You know, we mentioned the TPs from before, but
He
this
need
one
a
really
10s
calls
tweet,
to
man.
mind whatever happened on
It's the only
Nine
thing they
against
listen
Paper
to
Rex,
when it
Yeah,
comes to us lot.
I mean, when you've got this Whaley Yoru, if you're angling for a bit of a B-side play, you know that Halls is going to be attempted by the Whaley or the Yoru 99 out of 100 times, right? Generally, they're going to try and dive in towards there with some sort of slow flash combos, some altercation there. So are you playing that for the expected traps as DFM? Are you playing outside of that? There's a couple of options that they just have to be aware of. The Sentinel
Can't blame him for this
utility
one. Raid boss on Patman. Buys armor, gets drop a ghost.
It's going to be the weaker side of
Shout out
B.
to Crystal.
Footsteps will already be
for the
heard.
drop.
You got to run on over if you are DFM currently to back this one
DFM
up. It's
insta-rotate
4-5
over
GE
from what they've seen.
invested to this B side.
One Prowler.
Can run, it would be May, but he's got a shorty right now.
Oh,
so
that's rough.
straight on through, GE just strolls into the site. Yatska trying to hold off back off the TP. He does manage to get a couple good dinks.
Damn, that was calm aim,
Still though,
though.
DETONATION out for the exchange. Right now, as the skirmish settles,
Spike planted.
May has to just try to jump on in here with this shorty and be a
Yeah,
little bit of a
May
bait for the
might
team.
get
Oh,
lucky with
so
that.
risky as well. He does have the relay though.
Yeah.
Oh, manages to do it.
Dude,
Zest
as
add
if
for
he
cover
buys a
off
shorty
the
on the
top.
fence and they decide to go close. That's
Unbelievable
incredibly
pistol
unlucky for
retakes coming
GE.
through for DFM.
3-1 on the
Highlighted,
pistols,
I think,
1-1
perfectly
on
in
this
that
map.
situation, though. The Waylay, the Yoru are going to try and get into the back. You just play that one as best as possible. You buy time for your team to get the rotations over. You find a kill. You find some extra damage there with that ghost.
No, I mean,
against
that's unlucky,
Batman.
bro. That's unlucky.
Generally,
Not a
these
bad call.
B-side takes for a comp
Go
like this
close.
are going to look a
Trying to
little bit
catch 'em
more
off.
one-dimensional for GE. I definitely feel like they're going to have to play a little bit more of the playbook for the splits coming out into this B-side.
You call it.
Right, he did so nice back to sight
That's
here.
exactly what Yatska was expecting.
Very, very calm.
Pistol rounds it to DFM. Extend out their lead, looking for a good start. Don't really want to see too much of a force up from Global Esports here with that plant down, though they are going to grab something. Marshall for DETONATION. Into the scope of Yatska. And well, DETONATION is just going to be taken down.
Anybody want to have another go?
It's unlucky. I
Still
think
pick that up?
Udo just wasn't
Pat?
looking here. It's one of
Also a bit
those.
of a poison
You can
chalice,
buy a
though.
Marshall and everyone just gets their go at it.
Marshall is
Patman's up
drawing
next.
attention so much that you hold it, you die. We'll see. Round should always be DFM's in this sort of situation, anywho.
Yeah, it's just going to be a slight stalemate there. Meanwhile, at the rest of the map, DFM not really poking
Joe
around too
coming up.
much. They're very comfortable with their setup.
Yeah, you shouldn't really see them give an opportunity to Global Esports. Try and get back in. This line will be superior for Yatska as well. Sees out the leg. Doesn't connect on the shots. It does draw a bit of a rotate
That's
from DFM
quite a lot of a
towards the
rotate,
B
really.
side, but not too much
got,
that you need to
they went out of
completely
position over
vacate
towards
A.
A as well.
Almost. They do have the 1 star. Enough for Cess to just go off peeking. 2 headshots quickly collected upon. Still though, maybe a plant. Kaide says no.
Spike down A.
Just Pat with Marshall. Poison chalice or not?
Doesn't really matter, the rest of the team's gone. You weren't juggling this for everyone to hold it to die. If he gets another kill in the round though, for the Global Esports side, could be okay. 10 seconds to go, he will need to meet his demise.
Ooh.
Kame to seal fate
Looks
on
like
that one. 9
he's
for
gonna get that shot
DFM
off.
by around the corner for Global Esports.
Hey,
to
must
get
win
onto
round
the
for
own
GE.
attacking side. You're asking how it's going to potentially
They're
look
going
for
up against the
them
bones,
as well.
which isn't going
Are
to
we
look
getting
that
a little
bad
bit more
at all.
pacey to gain control around the map? Are we looking to really take these fights against DFM? You see the Outlaw here. You got to be careful on the long lines that you're going to be trying to take. You got to piece together where your problematic opponents are going to be situated. Bulldogs, Phantom. There's going to be a bit of workability here in this round for DFM.
Still a chance to possibly convert the bonus, especially with all the attention brought towards main. Stars placed down.
Oh
Grab
my
ball
god, I
does
thought it was
pop
going to
off,
be a big
but
lineup.
DETONATION is
Scary.
going to be the one to land first shot.
Yep, and we're just dumping an arsenal of abilities over at A as well for the retreat game. As GE come out on top, player advantage, all healthy across the board as well. Interceptor always going to be very
Good shot.
valuable in those early fights as well. Removing the likes of Yatska's flashes and May's
It
relay
kinda
bolt,
looked like
for
the shot was
example.
going to hit
Always
too,
going
right?
to be quite good.
If they don't slow-mo, I'll slow-mo it.
Silence looms in the server. Cess is going to sink soon, you'd assume.
Down he goes. B side open as well. Kaede immediately into reposition, but can he really hold it off against this incoming onslaught?
Yeah, a little bit late
Neon
for the rest of the
gets
GE
here as well.
team to go and assist Autumn to get in here. The Bulldog starts
actually
to
did pretty
spray
good to
on
separate
down.
these
Harvey
finds.
takes off May. And it's Akame,
Too low
who was the
HP,
one
so
that
love
was
to not
nil equipped in towards this
lose
round.
anymore.
Manages to find the Phantom now. Tries to
Okay.
flick across. So far, so good.
Oh gosh.
Still got a little bit more to go. Out with the utility.
Holy, bro's low
Positions
HP.
found. A single bullet is all he needs, but same can be said for Pat.
He has so much time.
Takes just a little bit of time. There's out the back of Link. But at that
he
point,
was so
unfortunately,
sure.
not quite checking out towards
Mate,
the pillar.
that's a lot of damage.
Maybe we should have given Akame one of those guns to start off with the round. He's shooting like that. Every angle that he's winning
if
it,
they don't show it in
really
the
trying to
replay,
style
I'll
on
show
his
it.
opponents inside the
Looks
server,
like it went top
as
right.
well as what we know and love outside of the server. But falls over the second left foot at the end there to Patman.
Yeah, I was thinking about Halls.
Certainly gave it a massive go though. Those sort of angles. I mean, as long as you are holding it nicely and you got that sharp trigger finger, you get the job done.
0.5.
Bonus round though aside,
This is the first shot.
great damage for
Whoa,
DFM.
that's the last shot.
Impacts
Bro, what?
GE for
That looked
sure.
like it went through him.
Wow. Just going to go back into it again, but this time with an Odin thrown into the equation. Continue to hold.
That's one way to remove an evolved Veto.
I feel like I have to watch it again. I didn't get any clarity. he must have been moving.
Still a little bit of utility spent.
GE not able to pass go. Could
Wait,
try and angle
what?
for a way to get Crystal the Nightfall and trying to maximize
Dude, I'll
chances
show you it again
in
after
that
this.
sort of situation.
Actually,
Love a good old bait and switch in Art as well with May to play on the line. Kaede to peek out afterwards.
Looks insanely
Now
close. Nice
there's
little setup from them.
More than
As soon as they see
capable
someone
player.
close here, they should consider
More than
it.
capable
Yeah,
duo.
it's just so
And
hard.
completely tearing apart the entire GE
The DFM
squad.
is way
Just
better at this map, I'm
Autumn
pretty
left, who
sure, from what I'm
did
seeing.
have
They
the
look good at
scouting,
it.
Capabilities
Really,
from
really
before, but
nice.
now
Okay,
just
chat,
down
one
to
more
the
time.
Odin.
Going to be an eco around the corner for
2.5.
GE and a time
Here
that
we
we
go.
might need to see the coaching staff
I
intervene.
mean-
DFM, yeah, well, there you go. Exactly the right moment in time. DFM, they set themselves up very handsomely to be able to pick up this map here. The next buy round is going to be very crucial. You get through that, should be a shoo-in for that third map in this series.
Timeout.
It's pretty crazy to think, though, that this was GE's map pick.
No, this is DFM's.
Oh, DFM, excuse me. Well, GE starting off on defense, but wow. Oh my god, I got that completely wrong. Still, though.
I always
Maybe-
love
I mean,
looking at
maybe
these
he
coach
shoots,
cams as well and seeing how vocal you're going to get and who on the
yeah,
server
he does
themselves is going to be
actually
talking
just
and
miss
trying to figure things out as well, right?
Do it one more time.
DFM of
Actually
old,
does miss.
you did have last
sure.
year a lot more player involvement as opposed to the coach from,
It's like
what we see being able to
there's a
speak.
little
You know,
gap.
It's going to be a bit of a new look
Oh, I
for
don't know,
them,
though.
Force having
now we
ideas
pause
with
it
the
like
squad
that when
being
it's on the
brought up
head.
into
When we do it here,
this
he's
team
gone
with
past
Kaede,
it.
with
But
Yatska.
dude, that's close, though.
Early
That's
days
crazy
for a
close.
lot of teams in Pacific in this kickoff.
A lot of involvement.
Okay, force them down to an
See
eco.
how
I mean,
GE
GE
recovers,
in a lot of trouble.
if anything.
Got the
Pistol
eco
round for
farmer
now,
gun
though.
out. We got an Odin back over
Eco.
towards A. Super strong over towards here. It's a great map for it. I'm kind of surprised that we don't see as much Odin.
Dr. Myers
It's
cross
so
some
good
T's
just
in these sort
anywhere
of
here.
situations as DFM. Don't overthink it.
This is
Zap
good
away all
here
the
as well.
utility, Patman to go forward. You've got the double
5
deployment
person
though
eco.
to watch for him as well. Immediately removed.
Here come the freebies.
Perfectly received. DFM completely
Very, very
setting
nice.
everything up
Just
as soon as G
good amount
strolls
of
through.
ults for the next
Yep,
round.
just having the right pieces on the board that you need. As soon as you see all that utility gone, it's just the immediate pull away from Art. Pick up that spot as well. There's no way that GE are getting through cleanly. Just trying to dilly-dally through. It's not even a, double pistol attempts to jump through for a bait and switch. Shut down immediately by DFM. There's the 11. Here's the buy for GE. I'm very keen to see what they have to say in this very important round.
Oh.
To swing. I don't have dash.
I can Prowler. Prowler.
Nothing, go. Go back, yes, go back.
Well, trying to get a little bit of the slower
Oh
style up
my.
in here, unfortunately for Crystal.
That is a
For
lot. There
Autumn.
was an extra tag here
The bow
as
and arrow
well.
man is going to get the job done.
Dude,
And
they
that
went
might
for the
seal
same
deal
thing
on
they
this
just
round
did.
in and of itself. Yudotan low HP as well.
And then, I mean, that's an
And with the
incredible
coffers
ult
empty,
pause.
it's going to be difficult for a minute and 10 to try and hold these guns and also to just try and find a slip up of spots from DFM. This should really be 12.
What a key ultimate from Akame. Oh, unfortunately, this time Lightning does strike twice out towards middle. GE looking for other avenues of entry now, but it's a little bit too late.
Oh, the doors are shut at the moment. It's past midnight. It's past party time.
Ooh.
Depending on where you are in the world, of course. Patman going to be swimming with the fishies if he goes through here.
Straight into Davy Joe's locker.
30
The
seconds
final
left.
two just trying to strut across the open stairs. Trying to hold separate angles now, but Cess is already signaling to the rest of the team to get on through. Akami still has shock darts and everything as well.
Yeah.
Not to mention me.
I wonder how you feel about a cosmic divide here of Harvey. We've seen some shockers before.
Zeta G, I don't know about this time. Just gonna go down to the guns and the trades. Simple and clean and effective. Akami does walk away with a 4K at the end of the
hell
round.
is this?
Dancing in the server.
Outside as well. Hey.
You can do that in
12
Valorant
found
now?
for DFM, 6
Well,
match
actually
points to
Fortnite.
try and put this away and put GE in the bin where they just put you in it last map.
He's dancing in his seat.
You know, I didn't actually realize that everybody else on the team can also join in on the festivities. I thought only the one with the skin could.
the
So
What's
hell?
happening to my beloved
So there you
game?
go.
The ult finisher.
Turning into
You can emote now.
emotes.
Oh no.
I've heard it called
They're
cartoon
gonna add
shooter
dances,
before. I mean,
bro. They're gonna add dances into the game.
Oh, right. Culture shock. No, I'm kidding.
Watch me.
We love
Hey,
it.
we're watching. We're watching.
I don't mind that stuff.
Show us more, Akame.
But like,
Might be
bruh,
watching you guys push us into a third map
In-game,
in split right
killing me.
now. Unless GE have
Okay,
6 occurrences of a comeback to play for. Well, very difficult, no matter which way you slice it.
Oh god, I can't let the CS
just
people
gonna-
see the dancing in game,
For
bro.
a last-ditch attempt down into
They have
B.
so much ammo on us.
Very clear and true. They already positioned out towards back halls alongside his teammates, but Crystal
We're
managed to snipe down one.
We're not clearing corners, guys. Why
on.
are we not clearing corners?
Komodo is so upset. The lockdown does go through though,
You are divided.
and it forces G to hang back. So
It buys time, but it draws attention away from Patman. He has to be the one to find the goods here.
he's got a judge.
Yeah, it's not the greatest gun. He's already been read by Akame too. Chef's
Yeah.
kiss.
Cosmic divide up too. You're just gonna have to go and swing, hope for the best. Relay bolt gets sent out. May continuing to hold, but he's low HP. In goes the Odin. Akame continuing to stand. He looks for
Ooh,
another,
I
but
was
there
gonna say the
goes
shock darts might
Autumn
be
and
the one
Hobby
here.
all of a sudden with a Phantom Spray.
Okay, they keep
It's
alive
not
for a lot
round
of
that
bit.
gives you massive
5 more for
confidence,
DFM.
though, in GE's capabilities to close these rounds, though. It's a dime a dozen that they're gaining advantages on this attacking side. The right reads and rotates.
True, Achilles.
Tandem plays for
The sad
DFM
thing is
have been getting
it
the
would
job
save the
done
tier
a
2
lot. And
soon.
again, it's 6 times, right? That's 1 out of 6. You got to hold on to all of the weapons that you possibly can. Any ultimates that you invest are gone to hinder chances later on. You're okay that one does go by the wayside as DFM. You have provided yourselves these situations to afford some slip-ups. You buy everything that you want back in to the next round. The Op for Yatska, the Odin for Akame, of which is at this A site. GE wanted to try
Okay,
and
so nice
keep
from
on going.
GE.
Alongside
Over
me as
towards
well
A,
on
make
the
sure they
side.
get the
Well,
ults, make
GE
this nice and
suddenly wanting to
easy.
back
Is it a
off.
big round
If
for
they
them?
do
It is
that,
a
they
big
go
round.
into
If they
the
win
scope
this,
of
they force them
Yatska.
down to it.
Now, we have
I
seen
mean,
him
I'd
miss
want
a
to say
couple
eco. It's
so
still
far.
pretty good low by 3 people would have
Pedestal,
guns.
though, in this situation should be good for that gold place.
Yeah, this is one of the problems, man.
got the
Got a
TV set
Prowler
now
once
as
and then I
well.
got a Prowler again.
Okay, Prowler
Not
does
bad.
the thing.
Oh, the shorty's already been
Wait,
pulled out
the
early by
backup
Yatska.
shorty ready for
Brings
this
him.
for the Yoru
Absolutely.
ult. We love to see that.
Well, the rest of the team, though, trying to pick up the pieces. Now, into sight.
Oh, what an
Oh.
escape strategy from Yatska. Just into the drift.
Insanely close. Kaide out towards the top, managed to find the angle.
maybe a little
Kristoff
too
on the
much,
trade
but-
as well. Where is Akame slowly arriving soon enough? He's crouched, he's crab walking through. Pat
Yeah, it's a
instantly
big
domes
round,
him.
man.
It's
Big round.
another real
I
neckbiter,
wonder
though,
if
isn't
they
GE just scraping
they
by.
might force
If Crystal doesn't
because of this,
win those
but they should
fights,
probably just eco.
becomes super difficult for Patman.
Way too close.
Too close for comfort for sure. But within the scrap, GE do hold on. Just this peak right here, straight on towards Kaide.
Can you really scrap for 4 more rounds?
Well, you want to know the problem?
They have to.
Okay, low buy.
That's exactly it, Chief. And all of a sudden now DFM wants to take a couple of peeks.
Now you got to think better of committing to that fight by himself, even with overdrive. Rest of his
I mean,
team.
he's allowed to fight a little bit
without
just because
weapon.
they're the only two
I
hero
like
guns.
this initiative from Akame.
Like they're both the
Be
hero
very,
guns
very
are making the
careful
plays at the moment.
Because he is committed here, he doesn't get away with nothing.
That's true. Half buy
I
as
feel
well
like
for
he's going to
DFM
peek
new
into
rounds.
4.
Slide off
Oh,
angle,
mate,
no support
strong
from
angle.
the team. Gonna get prowled out. He is stuck. He does get some damage at the end of the day on a Harvey.
Pretty
It's
decent.
the early info, spot so many numbers, they
Sue's on
get
the
3
side.
over towards sight.
Rotations.
That's got
He might
for me
want
as
to
well.
cut
Oh.
sound a little.
potential big ult.
Oh, they're
30
descending
seconds
it.
go. Do you give the gun away?
Oh, this
as
is a little
May
scary.
to a teammate here, to Yardscar,
May
and go
could
for
have
the overdrive.
Shoved the
No, it
gun out.
doesn't. It's quite have the time for it. It's going to be a slight bait
Oh,
switch.
what a great
play. The light
fade
going through refract
that
as
fade
well.
eye
May
makes it so
continue to hold
easy.
the angles, but unfortunately goes down to Yudotan.
They flash at the same time as Fader, so it can be seen. That was cool.
Don't fancy Kaide's chances at a depth game with Abaki.
He's up all night to get Bucky, man. He's going to do it.
Up all night to get lucky.
Squash.
Yeah, that I mean that was nice.
Gotta hold that one for Darby.
Okay, gotta
yeah, you're right.
gotta get a timeout now.
And then there were 3. They're halfway.
Are they
DFM.
saving the neon
Okay.
ult for
Again,
the Yoru
not
ult?
a situation
Sorry,
right
saving
now
the
that
neon
you
ult
are
for when they get the
massively
silver ult?
phased. You don't have sweat on the brow just yet.
That's true. So not a full believer in the comeback just yet, but we'll see after
No.
this upcoming full buy from DFM.
There are still layers to go in this map.
Timeout.
Oh, the server push there.
Timeout deployed in here
The server
for
move is fine,
DFM.
man. It's
Maybe-
a low buy.
Maybe
He's got a
the
hero
word
gun.
dripping a little.
He's just trying to go off
Just a
angle,
little
or he's gonna
Just
get
enough to call
info
the
that his
timeout.
team can stack.
I mean, we've seen the
Like, both
full
of the
B
guns
and
there
A
were just trying to
commit
get
from
info.
GE. We've seen the little pullbacks out towards middle now.
Legitimately, though, they have 2 timeouts to play with. If you're holding on to them in this situation, you are very silly.
Like that on a buy
They're gonna
round,
leave things up
sure,
to
it's a
fate.
red card. That on
See what
this,
they can
fine.
string together. It's gonna be tough to read though, especially with how the rounds have been going. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, a couple of them in those gun battles have been GE just narrowly winning over
That's
at that B
true.
site.
Nah, the
Some of
people
these
making the
early
play should be the
engagements,
guns.
If they do go DFM's way, they get away with 1 player advantage, or you remove one of the pivotal members of GE in a specific execute. Can be closing things up. Heavy lean towards the A site yet again for the
Okay,
1-1.
probably a big talk about
3,
orbs.
but
Makes
also
a lot
not
of sense where
having the
DFM want to
utility
go
to be
heavy over towards
back
A. They
up
want to
the
protect the
weakest
orb.
site, just Cess.
And then GE maybe going for a
That is
fast B.
currently where the
Easiest
angle
orb to
is for
get,
Global.
and you know that they might be heavy over towards A main.
A little bit worrisome, no?
Nah, if you're going in towards a bit of a
I mean, it's a free
mid-bully
fade
play here right now for Global Esports, Kaide's util can shred you. You can also try and find just the kills with the crosshair. That is absolutely gorgeous. He finds 3. That
nice
should be the
shots.
map for Kaide, stepping up.
But yeah, I
where
mean our
DFM
fades over
needed it.
towards long, picking up ult, so we got no util for that.
Incredible!
And then at the same time, the util would have got
Absolutely paints the
zapped
canvas
also.
red, and now, even with the spike down, I'm not sure how you can recover.
Oh no, is that a thing? Yeah.
You place your bets down back into B Link, but that's
1 by 1.
also
I didn't expect him on this angle.
just a little bit telling.
Yeah, they make
Soon
way
enough,
too many
and
mistakes
Odin,
on this.
A full army of DFM soldiers just marching all
Very,
around
very
you,
nice.
Sets, pulling them
Dude,
down
I'm a little worried
into
for
the dirt.
GE because I think
It's
Split's going to be
DFM
really
walking
close.
away with their map pick, 13
A
to
good reply
9.
from them.
Not too phased, it would seem, after the smacking they got over in map number 1. And had they closed this one at the end of round number 18 before we saw the 3 in a row from GE, would have been a 13-6. Would have been a good attacking half from DFM that we have just seen absence in so far in the course of this Pacific Kickoff. So really well done for them to find those rounds, make things easier. And also, I think for me, we get to see GE on Pearl with the same comp that we saw on Bind. And it does make you wonder, is the change of going outside of the meta with the veto the current right look? It's had some really good value on a couple of the other maps. In this instance, not so much.
Had no value here. I agree with that.
Really, it's a tough question. I don't know
but
if
it's also
anyone
not the reason why they lost.
I mean, we did see it come pretty effective against a team like Paper X, especially playing against Razors. We do see eating up some of the flashes or the relays.
Split coming up.
It does zap a bunch of that utility, the Killjoy utility as well when you're going full plays.
Honestly, it should be really close. This is going to be cool just in general as well because GE won both their split games. They play a solo Yori.
Clutches coming on
just shouldn't get as many rounds on attack as it does, so if DFM have a good game plan, it might actually be very hard for them.
I guess treading water going into that map. Now they're starting to float a little bit. Split is around the corner. Makes excited to see how this one is going to turn out. Folks, don't go anywhere. Analyst S for now, and then we get Split around the bend.
What a great turnaround by DFM there. Like the casters are saying, this is a great mental reset to, you know, perform on Pearl, which DFM is good at. Now, the casters were also asking about the veto meta and saying, you know, no one might have the answer to that. But I think our analysts do. What do you think?
To be honest, I'm not going to act like I think I can give a full analysis just yet of seeing it, because they did get their first bloods. And then a lot of times they did kind of have the read of where they were going for the site, or they would either play retake for the site, and then they would lose the gun game a little bit. So I think as of right now, if you're Frost, you're maybe a little bit more frustrated or a little bit more worried that it seems like they're cooling off in this series a little bit. Rather than macro-wise, they were completely off. I'm going to have to watch this one back, and then I think next time on the desk we can do even a bigger breakdown, because right now I don't think it's as big of a macro issue.
We can call it the frustration where things cool down.
I kind of like that, yeah. Keeping things frosty.
It's getting really deep there. But this is a great performance by DFM, and it was a little bit of a slow start, a little bit of back and forth by these two, and there was a moment where Global could have caught up there, but DFM won their first pistol.
Yeah, they did in the second half. Honestly, the game, it was very, very close, and it didn't start the way that DFM would have wanted. They lost a couple of clutch rounds, which I think we're going to kind of highlight in a little minute. But I think the resilience is the main thing. Like, we'll bring up the highlights now, and you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, the resilience to not only pick yourself up from the map, one loss where you got absolutely stomped, but you lose this critical 1v1. Zabi clutches up again in the pistol, and then the first gun round after you win the anti-bonus, the 1v1 is won again by GE. Those are the swing rounds that can get very frustrating to lose at times.
Yeah, it is
frustrating.
She does it again. And it definitely is frustrating to lose those rounds, because
there's another 1v1.
There was I feel like the big shift was when May won that 1v3. Then they got some more rounds on the board, but they were getting picked off actually. When defaulting here, we can see Cess gets picked off. There were first bloods, and Autumn was doing really well, 5 and 0 on first kills on defense. So asking this comp to do more on defense, I think it's a little bit hard to ask more, because they were getting into those 5v4 situations, but then weren't converting after. So as of right now, I don't know if we're seeing a comp issue really.
I'll resist saying it a third time, what it is. But it's true, it must be extremely frustrating to get those first kills, and it's just not converting so, like, not just once or twice, it was way too many times there. But on the other hand, you know, we saw a fantastic performance by Patman, but May finally stepping up. Let's roll those May lights.
Yeah, the May highlights, you love to see it. I mean, not only May though, Kaide had a phenomenal map, Akame had his moments. I mean, the whole narrative around DFM here in Kickoff is May has help, and yes, he was instrumental. It was nothing but impact from May, but both Akame and Kaide also put up really, really good performances here from DFM. This is the new era of DFM where you don't need May to do everything, but when he's on his game, I mean, this pistol, the slide in from Link, that was very key to win DFM, that pistol that really kind of got them off to the races on this defensive side.
I think this is when DFM is scary, when there is a lot of help from everyone else, but they still have their star player, like every team has. Most teams do have that one guy that they look to that, okay, if things are going a little bit rough or the game is close, this is the guy that multi-frags, he wins clutches, whatever. And May can be that guy for DFM. And when it's like this, the team is having a good performance, but he's also on top of it, having big rounds, then you see them win out maps comfortably.
Yeah, and that absolutely came through here on Pearl. And as we go into Split, I'm a little bit curious how this will pan out. Both of these teams have found immense success on Split, actually. So now that they're facing each other, I mean, I think there's a lot of arguments about the opponents they might have had. You know, it might have been in a slightly better time there. But now, you know, they've gotten a lot of practice in. They've tested it out on stage. What's going to happen?
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised that DFM did go for Split instead of Haven in this one. I was not convinced at all at GE's Haven. DFM played a decent Haven when they were really good on the defense side against RRQ. They looked solid there, but then they couldn't attack. But against the GE comp, if they were actually playing that same Haven comp, I think they would have had a fine time to attack. But it could also be DFM is thinking that comp from GE might be a Fugazi, it might be a Fugas. Right? It might not be real because it doesn't look like any of their other comps. So they're going to go where they're comfortable. They won 13-2, but GE also looked super comfortable on that Split before Pilski.
Yeah, both Paper Rex and Varel have picked Split into GE and regretted it. They've been 13-5 and 13-7 respectively. So GE, you could tell they're very comfortable on this map, and they haven't had to pick it into a series just yet. And now as the third map decider, I think GE are going to be feeling very comfortable that they can close out this series. But worth mentioning that DFM have played a lot of Split. We've seen it time and time again with May on the Rays and things like that. Obviously, it's a little bit of a different look, DFM rather. But they also did 13-2 Secret.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can use Secret as a measuring stick of how good you are on a map, unfortunately, though.
The defense side looked good. To be fair, I like the defense side. I still like how they retake. I said it day one on Corrode. The first time I watched them, the way how they retake, the way how they go together, it's good. Defense, the attack side rather, I have question marks at times.
Well, they're starting defense,
so
that's good.
I do think they're going to have to get a lot of rounds because the defense side, I think, is also a strong side for GE. So the attack side is going to get questioned for DFM. So I'm a little bit worried going into this one because I think GE is going to be a little bit more comfortable going into Split.
Well, it's hard not to think that. It's really hard not to think that, given the performances from both and the what little sample size that we have so far. So if DFM do end up closing this out, I think this is going to be a huge marker, not obvious, besides winning the whole entire match, of how strong they actually are. And I don't think you can doubt them, for beating just Team Secret anymore. It was kind of funny seeing that DFM viewing party. I know we're on a break right now. It's kind of like we don't want to see the Split. Like, we're leaving right now. But I have faith. I have faith in DFM showing up here. There must be a reason this map veto went the way it did to allow Split to even be the decider.
I mean, again, I've criticized DFM and even Zeta, like Japanese teams, coaching staff in general in Pacific many times. This is another opportunity for them to come up with the goods. You've seen GE play this map twice already. You've seen the solo Yoru style on attack and how they like to pilot it and operate that. So it's up to them to try to pick that apart and showcase that they can start off well here on defense and that they can have a good read against GE.
Yeah, so maybe that's also them understanding, okay, if we are going to go to the defense side, then maybe, but they did get to choose it. So I'm not exactly sure from the outside POV. It's so hard for us to tell, right? But just as you said, we're both hoping that there is a strong game plan going into that. There's a good reason why you're taking this GE team, that you're taking them to Split.
Well, we've seen them have good setups and game plans on defense in particular, so I'm hoping that kind of translates across the Split as well.
I am interested to see how the veto is going to stack against a Raze. They seem to have that really down solid there.
The former RRQ coach,
with the veto and stopping the Raze ult.
He's taking a break from coaching.
Starting out on the defensive side, and they will play the double duelist. So this is kind of the
we got
standard meta comp that you see from many teams.
They start on attack. This could be interesting.
At times playing this kind of bursty
if this comp
Yeah,
doesn't give them
nothing
too
crazy
much.
from them, looking pretty standard.
It should be pretty hard for them to hit
going back
sights.
to their comfort.
But they're double
with the
duelists, so
veto.
they
We
might
saw
try duels them a little bit.
Jing ults being caught by Yuditan.
Yes.
So we're gonna have to see if Mei is maybe going to be a little bit more disciplined.
Yes.
But sometimes maybe ask for someone. We saw later on Jing was asking them, please break the interceptor, break, and then he pops the ult. So hopefully the communication and the preparedness is there.
Yeah, maybe even just change up how you retake. Like just pop the showstopper to bait out the interceptor, or even go slow ramp side. Like change something up here, DFM.
Well, you can see why the talents have been split up for the predictions for this particular match. It was a really hard call, and even up till this very moment, I think this is still a very hard call to decide who is going to be winning this out. Is it going to be DFM or Global Esports? As we send it back to our casters, Quack and Komodo for the third map.
You know, I think that's what makes it fun, is when you can't really tell if there's a definite win or not. But what I can tell is that there are a lot of computations going off on Komodo's mind.
think
He can
DFM
see
might
that
do it,
the composition that DFM are running with
I'm
is the
I'm
exact
still
same
waiting
one
for
that
a team to punish
Norm,
this
mate.
GE
It's
comp.
norm, but is it going to be played normal? I think that's going to be
DFM
one of
are
the
like
things
normally
right now.
pretty
GE
smart.
have showcased some great strengths on the attacking side and some great adaptability on the defensive side of this map as well. And your
think I
sample
maybe
set
go
that
for
we've
the
seen so
comp
far
diff
for
here,
DFM
we'll
on
see.
this one was against Team Secret, and it was 13-2.
DFM on defense,
I don't even class
GE on
that,
attack.
really. I feel like Team Secret are just really slow to start things, and DFM pistol ran for 10 in a row on defense. We'll see if they can do something like that here. Probably not.
That's so
He
scary.
died.
That's
right
incredible
through the
though.
smokes. He sees him by the foot.
Dude, that timing was nuts.
Oh, back in towards garage for GE.
Good timing on the dark cover as well. Completely stop you in tracks for Global to try and get back in towards this one.
Got a little bit of chip damage as well. It's a hard round for GE now.
You don't need to do too...
Still 3-1 on the pistols.
anything too unorthodox here as DFM either, of course.
Especially given the positions right now. You can see Kaede marking the end of the other side of vents.
Yeah, let's see if this bandit is something that you want to trifle with
chipping
as
away,
Global
just getting
Esports.
freebies.
Dissipate on the Nebula, try to get on the line. That
Ooh,
is a shot and a half through the
dink
corner of the
through the
wall.
wall, taking them
Harvey
down to one.
Already a lot of damage. Apart from Akami, still got Cess. Not to mention Yatsuka just arriving.
Looking for
Just
8K.
running around the
in
map,
name
losing
right now.
losing HP.
Dare say you won't even find 1K.
3-pass and stack over towards B, as we can see it's right. Still got the Omen flashback as sight, probably won't
30
use
seconds to go. GE still stuck inside. They managed to take down
let's
Akami, but now
keep the crossfire.
slowly streaming down to hell. Yatsuka spots them out again. Paranoia is already sent. Just needing to connect the shots. Spike getting stuck. They get off of it. And that's exactly when
Very well
DFM
played on
presses
this.
the issue.
Really
I'm
clean
also seeing good
pistol
signs,
round
right?
from
After we've
them
done this little
from the
play over
rip
towards
as
middle,
well.
everyone's
The fact that you
just
do get the 2
chipping
kills
away,
from
getting
Yatsuka
info once they get through the
give a little
chokes,
bit
but
of
no one's like
individual
committing to
confidence
any
for
duels
the
that
guy
are
too.
unnecessary.
Maybe feeling a little bit disheveled from
Very disciplined
team
on this.
performance so far in this series. So if this is the time to step up, take control, what a time to do it. Not a lot of answers that this GE comp is going to be able to do with mass deficit situations like that one as well on this attacking side. So they're going to have to get a little bit funky with
Yeah, you
things.
can one-shot everyone, no
force some
armors
stuff
on
to
this.
DFM.
Patman buys hero,
Challenge for a
Sheriff
couple of
again.
advantages in the early game that we know that they love to go for.
Really build up that bank.
Beta got shot over towards middle.
Mate, spraying through the
Sorry,
smokes.
shot over towards
Now
A. They
Crystal's
lose
on
mid control. In reaction, they take aggro B.
Never mind. It was other utility that put them there.
Either way, though.
Could have been
Slow
finished off by the Sting.
enough. You're absolutely
Ooh.
right.
Scary position. Still scary no matter what.
Oh, this could go wrong.
Classics Against a buy up.
This was very smart from Patman. Prowler just came out, cleared a lot of this, and he goes. Oh, they saw him.
Plus Cess once again into garage, hiding.
Dude, so much going on at the same time.
Yep.
Whoa, what?
Flipping the map.
Okay.
Okay, I like it.
Go on through to CT. Kaede
Not
already
bad.
sees
Good
it,
trades, guns down.
as well as Yatsuka, able to take down the
Nice shot.
1v1s right now. Continuing to go off. Go pop off, King.
Just Yudotan, see if there's going to be any extra lick of
mean,
damage that he can throw into
It's a
the
gun.
mix in
I'm not
this
saying
round
can
with
win the
the
round, but an
stolen
extra kill
Bulldog
damage
at
wise
the
really big.
moment. But is he going to be able to bite on towards them? No, he is not Akame for it. We saw previously as well these
only
plays
really
come out in the
lost
Nongshim
one
Full
gun. I
Sense
don't care
game,
too much
right,
about
when
the
Full Sense was trying to flip the map.
Marshall.
We saw Nongshim get the better of him once with X-Ross playing on the site. I highlighted with our good friend Chobra. I wanted to see in those scenarios, if you flip in the map, anyone that was playing on-site to potentially play ramp gives you a lot more strengths. And there was that adjustment that came through. So I am wondering for DFM, are they going to be maximizing situations in this series where Global do look to get a little bit tricky with it
It's in theory if the
they are going to try and TP past you. They
if
are
the
going to try
interceptor's
and
there, it
play
might be
this
hard for the
different
double send,
style
but
of split that is, I would say, unique to them globally currently in this
honestly,
map.
both of these comps should
Just
struggle
by
a
nature
little on
of the
attack.
comp that they play.
We'll see if it does happen at some point. For now, though, attention drawn back towards middle.
It's a good stack of players there for DFM.
I think that's
as
just the
well, to be
veto
honest with
effect.
you. Very forward line for Akame, however. Will the gun barrel betray GE? No, it will not. Double swing together. You don't know what's around the corner. May for the paint shells and for the fight as GE all relocate together.
Oh.
Yeah, reaction's quick enough. GE still
EP over towards side as well.
slowly but surely building on forward. Off towards ramp now. They've taken heaven.
Wonder if the Viper's just gonna.
Spam's going through into screens all of a sudden, and Pat still continuing forward with the journey.
Oh, this is going to be so ambitious.
This is
from
so
Sess if he
bold.
sticks this over towards the flowers. Yeah. Crystal reads that. Patman pushes. I said you got to be aware of these sort of things. I don't know exactly where Yatska currently is. The penny will drop in a mere second as Patman will
Very, very clean round on that. Armor rebuy, that's it, just one.
Esports, those are the ones
Money gets good. Big round for DFM. Can't lose this, otherwise they got to eco.
That's just your bonus round. You play it as a
Going
bonus.
up against the
With this round being what you put your eyes on towards. I did see a glimpse of an operator being purchased up by Yatska. Keen to see value from that immediately.
100%.
Nice, Pat. Nice, Udo.
Oh, there's a good response out from GE, though. We'll see how they work their way around an incoming operator.
I hope there was a nice Harvey as well at the end of that one from Autumn, because he just named every other player. We didn't get the tail end of that one. Here's that operator that I mentioned, though. Prowler, not able to go too deep. Flash to off-put. Yardska, the line, the challenge. The clone even missed.
Got a lot out of them,
revealed in the rounds now. Yeah, are we fake pointing?
He's still staring at it.
They're both watching that one.
Close enough for now, though, but look at the lurks, Pat.
Yeah, you have to break the haunt in that situation. Good awareness from Akame as well. We do see some very sneaky lurkers on Vipers when it does come to the map in Split. I know everyone should have an idea of the player in mind on that one. We'll see later. Operator again going by the wayside. Oh, why are we knifing out, Pat?
Hey. Still, though, at the same time, you hear the evolution going through.
Oh,
You start
nice one
to
at him.
wonder. May wanting to go in for the kill.
Very nice.
Olaroos, though, trying to draw attention to the B site. And that's not the ideal scenario where Global Esports want to try and finish that one. Over towards the A site now, where Akame does sneak in towards the site. But to play this individually, it's going to be a
incredible
bit of a challenge.
timing.
The curtains may close sooner than Global think with this May flank.
Yeah, attention brought away with Akame shooting against them as one. There goes May, unfortunately shot down with
Damage
Hobby
might be
flicking to
done
the back.
here, though.
So
We'll see.
good little reaction, but can you stick it on? 2v2.
Might die to the Viper Molly.
On 30 HP.
Oh no, he's fighting HP.
He's got the right position.
Ooh,
Very narrow
dude,
focus.
speaking of
these
timings.
DFM members going to the rafters, going to site. Autumn. Got to be salivating on this one. Gets the initial pick.
And down towards Javi. Just continues to anchor around the site. Kaide
Not a good plan for Heaven.
Down.
Where the comms at?
Does have an idea of where Autumn is.
It's not playing it for Autumn, though. Kaide's playing this perfectly.
Stop for
very
time.
nice.
Clicks at the right moment. Just enough to stick the defuse at
Still
the
a buy
end.
round, though.
DFM up 3-1.
This is the real big buy round here.
That 2v2
where
goes
both
very
teams
differently if
can't buy
Harvey's
next.
able to find the kill in the smoke for sure. I mean, they would have won it, right? Unlucky that that one doesn't pay dividends on the efforts that Global
Timings on
Esports
this
had
one
to try
goes
and dig
non-stop
for to
timings
come
all the
back
time.
in towards this one too. Going to draw the attention to that B site for the team to get in towards A. That's where Maeve down the ramp, quite crucial. Cut off Crystal's rotations. As mentioned, Spike not planted for any sort of favorable spot for Autumn. Try and close that round for Global. A buy permitted here for the attackers, but that's it if this one falls. DFM will certainly look to go on a bit of a run on the defensive side.
I think that's going to miss him.
Hello.
4 from each combine next.
Just aware for now, trying to piece things together. GE still biding their time towards A.
May holding on to this this nade rather for a little bit. I was going to say has a C's nade combo if they do want to do so, with the Kame playing towards this A side. We've also got Kaede rotating over now because of the forward line.
They know this guy's most likely still close with the judge.
Be a bit of a challenge point for Global.
They know if he has early info that it's probably weaker over towards B.
Unless you're sending in the clone first, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get in here without taking any damage.
Oh my goodness.
Big jump.
Surely enough, Autumn. Just go off swinging together. They managed to take him down. Yatsuka, though, arriving on the site with this big old boomstick. Unfortunately, not quite landing the shot. Will pop flash twice.
How's he alive?
Just to buy time, dodge around the bullets. Kaede out from heaven.
How's he alive?
Still breaking
this
through.
long?
May arriving on the site, able to take down a couple as he goes down in. Pat, long journey all the way through spawn. And that's enough time for May to take down all the players.
Yeah, this layering is looking pretty atrocious from Global Esports at the moment. It's almost feeling very one-dimensional in the way that DFM need to counter it. Even if you do disregard a couple of the ghost bullets from the operator, there's no way that Patman can win this round unless he finds the kill onto May, and the job is just done already. DFM do get on by with the 4th round. I feel like we need a bit of a coach chat at the moment, as Patman does find May at the tail end of that one.
Such a perplexing thing to think about, you know, clearly not exactly a composition issue or anything like that, but definitely
force him down to Nico.
GE. They will still continue through though into the upcoming rounds, the half buy.
It's a good awareness on the half buy as well, knowing the money situation of DFM. Down to the lighter shields and a couple of lesser weapons, so the drift going in first and foremost is going to be good.
That's not bad though when you got the eco and you get a free side like this. Fade all. We all leaning on our low buy right now? Feels like it, but they know that they had all sight for free.
Pat as well, dishing out some good damage. Paint shell's already spent.
Actually a really hard retake. Definitely got to keep an eye on May. Probably less likely to use his ult with the 6 HP, but if he does get a kill, he gets his ult.
Oh my goodness, the confidence still flowing through with him. Spawning out the clone now, so they are aware that they are placed inside. Squeeze! And that's exactly why they tear them apart. Out from May and Sester.
And May was already damaged really early on, remember? Not much you could do here with that weapon.
Yeah, and that's a
so an upgrade and maybe tail between your legs to get out of here. You cannot get through that divide. It is job done. GE come out with the round.
Full on saving it for the upcoming rounds. Incredible way to break through though nonetheless. Pat.
The problem is as well, you wanted to see a little bit more upgrades come on the side of GE, hoping for the Vandals or the Phantoms that DFM are holding on towards. You don't want to see Harvey hold on to the Stinger perhaps, so maybe you just throw that off the edge and upgrade yourself into this round, because this is a moment in time for Global Esports so they can stabilize a little bit on their own.
This is so good for their money. This means it gets close.
They are able to break through DFM in this next one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it is just going to be the 2 guns that DFM will be equipped with in this round. Opportunity to see which way a showstopper can go as well.
Maybe learning from earlier as well, getting that Outlaw out.
Is the idea to play around the likes of the Vito Interceptor.
Starting things out a little bit quiet for now. Yatsuka peeking down middle.
Just needs to make sure he doesn't go for another jump spot, so the dark cover timed nicely. A very passive approach from near everyone around the map if you do disregard Yatsuka's forward position, but it is still passive to a degree. He's not
Gata's pretty good at making sure
too silly enough to overcommit
they can't take
himself,
middle
so
and just slowly getting rid of the fade util.
Pushing by himself.
That's a solo. Yeah, and Fade Eye goes out, makes it more tempting to try get the gun. Udo knows they're probably going to try be here, protect the gun. Now they're giving him another gun. Not that they have that many there. May's ult becomes insanely worth using now.
Need to see Crystal go huge here. Kaede looking at him with a pistol and maybe a promise. Does reveal himself in this push towards the A site now that May might find the wrong timing for, but as soon as he hears any information, he is going to be in a potentially unexpected position.
Leave the gap.
Should be good for Crystal as well, unless Crystal goes through the vent. So he's going to be counting his lucky stars if you have watched back this game that this one has come into play. But the audio cue will give a Kame all of the awareness that
Comms
they
it
need
over,
on
so it
the
goes
DFM
back over
side.
towards A. Maybe the timing's incredible.
For DFM to spring through.
Well, that's a great
Kame
kill.
off to the third.
10 seconds left.
Soon enough, hearing the spike planted as well, and May, unbeknownst
Big
to
nade.
GE, should
Doesn't
be
even
good
need
for
it.
the kills. Does go in for a good wall bang. Autumn answers back,
One enemy remaining.
but down go GE.
Okay, a 50 into a 50, and
5 for DFM.
DFM didn't have to
Effort
use
by the
any
pushes
ults,
that they
and they
don't
picked up
go too hungry
3
for
extra
as well
guns or 2
rewarded.
extra guns. I can't really
GE
fully
going
remember how
straight
many were in
towards
it.
their crosshairs. Patman and, of course, DETONATION over at the A side. Bit of a leaky tap that you need to seal up. Sometimes the rounds do just happen one at a time with delays in between. Good rewards for DFM as well. Still yet to have a need for coach intervention, it would seem. Coming into the big old buy round for both of the squads in the server. Looking a little bit better stacked for DFM 2 in the ult domain.
DFM switching things up a little bit though. May continuing to spam through with the toxic screen while you got
Done
Cess
so much
alongside
damage,
Yatska
man.
inside garage.
1.5 kills. Autumn sub 50 remaining. A lockout smoke in towards Garage as well. It is the best start of a round you want for DFM once more. Yatska, this timing is just before the gate crash. If GE
Dude, I like
were
how chill
aware
he is with just taking his
of the
TPs all the
110
time. He's not that greedy
potentially found
at
him
all.
in transition too.
He's going to putting G in a really awkward position. Going to go through with the TPs. Decoy out from DFM as well, though. Yatska continuing to play around backside. Cess
Bro, look at this guy.
sending out Paranoia to slow things through, but it's just enough. GE
They did
managed to
pretty
break
well
in.
here, man.
Early pit, but it's the rocket that goes in
Big
as
1v1.
well. Now Harvey to try and pick up the slack. Stuck in the
Wait.
back of sight.
Dude, I thought the Kame went
1
down.
versus 2 for the leader of GE,
Easy
but
one.
just absolutely found
Kame really
by
not die now?
May. They were here to shut that one down. Now we
Honestly, I
are
think
begging,
G, considering
a
that
little
comp
bit
actually
right
did
now
pretty
for
good
Global
at getting over
Esports.
towards the site.
This attacking side,
It still shows
a
the
little bit
struggles.
woeful
Like, it's
with
so
the
hard with a
great
solo
reads
Euro
DFM
to
are
just
coming
get
out
through
with.
these chokes.
not being drawn too heavy for the early engagements as well, which is, you know, quite crucial for them, right? GE want the early extremity engagements, properly so. If you're not giving it to them, they have to adjust, and then it looks a bit sloppy.
Not quite finding it just yet.
Yeah, gotta do a timeout soon, you would
Holding out for a
imagine.
possible timeout, but now it's up to 62.
You see the Veto utility and a Prowler going in towards main as well. You kind of feel comfortable that this might be a all-in scenario for GE over at this A site. So you've got rotations immediately coming over for Cess to be able to bolster up this one too, and then you can just go for a bit of wayward sprays through the walls that you can refresh and refresh with the dark covers available, but eventually a gap. Stingers will draw close.
Oh, especially with the Nova Pulse going in. GE trying to close in the distance, but at the same time, May still watching for the angles out from elbow. It's a Kame
nice
to swing through all of
recovery.
a sudden. Magic pop on top, but Pat finds a quick double. It's not enough as
Yeah, I
Kaidi
think they
comes
needed another
streaming in.
timeout. He said they were going to
There is some
struggle on
damage from
defense.
GE in the round,
They're playing
but
very well.
almost inconsequential when you consider that
Can the players
money
call a
situation
timeout? Yeah,
is
players
still
can call a
looking
timeout if
great
they want.
for DFM.
Yeah, here's the timeout.
I'll have buy again to go in. And look, everybody, chit-chat time.
Yeah. Why can I not like left click and right click with my mouse?
That's all they
What
needed,
have I
it feels
done
like,
here?
for the camp of Global
My cursor's
Esports
here.
at the moment.
Can't
This
click
one
on my
not going
second
for
monitor.
the game plan that they'd seen so
Pen
far on
works,
this
so I
map
know the
in
mouse
the
works.
last 2 times. We were wondering a little bit as well in this veto situation, right? For
What
DFM,
have I done here?
Why
How have I
did
done
you
this? I need
opt
tech
for
support.
split instead of
Boomer
Haven?
alert? Mate,
My
you got, if
process
you're
is
not the
going in,
boomer, then you
you've
need
gotta
to tell
have some
me
good
what
antes,
this
and
issue
you've
is.
got to have a really good fundamental understanding on how you want to be playing your defensive
Open
side
windows,
against
mate.
GE's attack.
Now,
and then
now
also
it
how
really
you're
screwed.
picking up your own
So I press it again.
misgivings on your attack side, I guess, in the game, but like every map in the grand scheme of things to DFM. So far, if you're coming out with this trajectory, if you're coming out with a
Press
10 to 2, I'll say it,
Nothing.
attack side, you're not going to be as phased about if this
Restart
was your
Epic Pen, dude,
expectations,
that's why I
if you
disclosed
were
it then.
putting everything on your defensive side looking structurally sound.
This definitely does look sound and perfect. Everything working out for them on this defense.
Unplug
The
and
way
plug
that
the mouse.
Akame
I
alongside
don't think
May,
it's
or
gonna
maybe
change
even at
anything. This
times
is me.
Kaide
PCs.
chiming in. Especially on this A
Doesn't
side,
change
being able to
anything.
silence Pat on his attempted lurks.
Yet I can still do this.
Is the adjustment going to be an operator on this attacking side for Autumn? A pit immediately in towards mid, and this composition as well. Are you investing Prowlers to
Need a tech
figure
pulse.
that
I mean,
one
we're
out?
fine. We're
Clone
fine
to
until the
try and
game
get
ends.
in. I feel like it's just going to be an untenable situation of space that GE see in towards mid. Going to have to look to the other sides of the map, and we've already seen tendencies of DFM that they don't care. They won't push too hard unless you reveal essentially all your players on the other side of the map. Prowler's going in at the A site. That'll find Patman, by the way, off yonder, as Yarnska is going to be here on B with Cess. Holding the op line.
Oh, jump peek into an actual swing from Autumn.
And now you get the drift as well. This has to almost be go time. You have to play on the
Yeah,
space
this
that
is
you found
nice.
right now.
And
But they,
I
of
mean,
course, don't know
you can
how many
you can
players
win rounds
might
when
be
you
on
have the ult.
backside of B.
When you don't have the ult, that's when you're in trouble.
Important to have a vocal player right now. Coordinate a play for Global Esports. Drift in. See everything that is there. That's a good
I mean, this
seize,
guy's
by the
getting
way, to try
spammed,
and
surely,
finish him off,
guys,
but it's
isn't it,
good
Teva?
spraying too. Spray the body for the drift. May and Akame, the A players, which GE should know. Now to see if they can get this done.
30 seconds
Should
left.
be clear as day. Only 2 left. Plus you got the angles covered, so a save, a full save for DFM at this point. 2v5, too difficult.
And at the cost of just the drift for GE as well. They'll hold on to everything else that they require to try and make this a 7-5. So it was nicely done for this round. But again, how many more are on the flip side for DFM for this half? You required the coach input to change things up to see where the vulnerabilities might lie for DFM. And I don't really think in this sort of round there was anything too exposed, right? A situation where Yartska on the operator, okay, maybe that one's looking a little bit silly right now with the amount of missed
the rounds
shots
when
that we
they
can count.
have the Euro
Almost
ult,
requiring
not
two
too worried
hands.
about.
But it's the good bait and switch and then just the no-nonsense drift on in. Some standard things in Euro comps. GE gets rewarded. DFM can buy back in.
Absolutely, with there's a couple of traces here and there. Not quite able to purchase up in full, I think.
So actually, Habi, you need to epic.
A couple of light shields here and there.
Dude, this is annoying me.
You're going over towards this A site, you know it's going to be the fade raise. And we've not really seen off the rip nade combos either.
7-5 half?
Too
I
pressured to
don't
be
know
able
about
to
that,
play
man.
them to
They
catch
struggle so
Global
much.
with
The attack
top
hop is a
generally
really
goes
good
up.
move from them, though.
Really focused on towards a bit of a ramp spot right now for Autumn. If May peeked out, there's the
Unplug
backing
your
up.
mouse?
GE
Yeah, I've done that
starts to get
already.
those sprays down though onto him. I wonder if you're gonna try and take this as a dry fight, Patman. That would be ill-advised, but he does win it. So an advantage for GE. Space that he
They're
is
getting a lot of
very
fast
hungry and
kills.
finding and
Oh,
very
okay, we
well
just let the
rewarded
raid
for.
boss go.
Might even look for Akame right underneath. He's trying to spot for it. Kaide's close by as well, but
look at
unfortunately
him.
goes down the ropes.
That man's so
Autumn
sick, man.
finding the shot in, and all that's left is just Cess.
Job's done. Recognition at the moment, it would seem for GE, that DFM are not
can get
going
to
to
the
be
pen.
playing into a lot of these
Might be.
A lot of these extremity positions. They're going to be holding back a little bit more. That one's going to be a bit of a freebie
Yeah, they're going on the hunt here.
from Patman's Adventures.
The screen lock, maybe? Is that a thing?
The only real reward for Cess is going to be having
House
a gun
manager,
for the
yeah, but
squad
how-
in the next
I
round
gotta
as
do
well.
all of that without the...
Not a lot of value with the
without the
shadows
mouse.
already online. Hold your utility, sure. See what you can do to try and maybe cheese the last round of the half. You're going to be forcing in no matter what for DFM, but will it be with a Phantom or not? Position revealed.
Still got a little bit of time to go. The whole team starting to corral around.
Yeah, I do like the slight awareness as well from Autumn to hang around just a little bit over at that A side in case there was the
What a sick
TP to
round
try
from
and
him.
sneak a defuse, but Round gets done in the end. You drop the gun as well, so a little bit lighter load for DFM coming into the last round of this half, but I still do feel like they would have felt like enough on the defensive side at, you know, finding 7. Now I start to wonder if this goes 7-5, is it enough?
Nice spot, Bullet.
Really is the thing that you want to think about, isn't it? While the final round plays out.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, don't worry.
Brought out by Javi this time.
Evolution on Lime, but no showstopper on the side of May. You'll not care about the rest of the utilities at the moment as Kaide is spotted in towards mid. And ultimately, Yartska could be a bit of a bailout strategy. Get that drift online. Because this is certainly a round that you're going to try and dump everything in as global esports, and you want some answers for the Japanese side. Really passiveness over at the A side again, not contending with the choke itself.
It does continue to keep Kami and May invested though.
Fade eye over towards A kind of means we got a timing right now.
Now slowly beginning to move through garage. Yatska.
Sorry?
I don't know if they were spotted just yet. It's a bit of a bait play.
No.
To sneak Yatska in to do something very large.
His TP could expire as well.
This guy over towards A made a footstep, I'm pretty sure.
That's why he's incentivized to go
yeah,
look
dude,
at
they fell for the fake footstep.
And that's exactly where G will press in and execute. Cess getting hit by Nightfall, as well as trying to shoot out the haunt.
He just ran into the open before the smokes had even gone down. He's very lucky to still be alive.
G not quite pushing in just
have
yet
your
because they
flash
don't know
out
what's on the
Palmer.
other side of the smoke, but that might be a slight mistake. Now Cosmic Divide up. Billy's coming back through. C's landing perfectly, but it doesn't quite land onto Yudotan thanks to the evolution. They will just continue to push through, hunting down frag by frag.
And from what we've seen so far as well from GE, they have had these calls
I don't think I've
to
ever
go
seen
and
like
flip
a
the map to go
40-second
end over at A.
meltdown,
That's
but
why
that
Main
was
still
actually
sitting all the way deep into
actually
towards
it.
Main, thinking that was going to be a possibility. But now, position noted. Imagine a bloody world if this was a 1 versus 5 to keep DFM in this round. He's going to be finding some isolated kills, but Mr. Patman says no. 7-5, some recoveries from GE, but Quack, was 7 enough for DFM from what we've seen already? I don't think so just yet, which makes more importance on this pistol round coming.
It's a very, very tall
Watching full
task.
screen, yeah.
One
But
that
dude, I
they
can't click
sorely
on my
need
second
just to
monitor
be able to
either,
push this
so-
all the way through. I mean, they made all that progress up on Pearl, but down towards Split, it feels like Yatska's beginning to fall off a little bit. I mean, we saw him buy out the operator. Such a crucial role as well.
Restart the stream. I might restart the PC after this.
3 rounds is what they put up on the attacking side against Team Secret to close the map. And of course, they did start off with 10 in a row on the defensive side for those that may have missed that one. It was Yatska really slipping up in there as well. But he did deliver a bit more in the previous map, so I was hoping individually that he would be able to carry that over in towards this one. Same for Cess as well.
Didn't change anything.
Pretty well when he's in chamber.
My PC channel, yours.
It's going to be quite the crucial pistol, though, to get off to a good start in the next half. I think as well on these defenses, we are going to probably see, if history serves,
PC restart,
very different choke point plays.
I know. I went to the end.
Global esports are going to be pushing, are going to be challenging, are going to be happy to try and take a fight towards you. Even if they are behind, they need to not change a lot of their game plan and style on this map. But again, you also then have to consider if DFM are aware of this, which they should be.
Is the mouse fully broken? Nah, I can click with Epic Pen. I can't click with a mouse. Like I'm clicking right now. Left click, right click, doesn't do anything.
Leaving this map as the final one. Pat, though, at the same time, has been stepping up to plate map after map. We'll see on the defensive side.
Global hoping that this
By
is
closing
going
Epic
to
Pen,
be
I
more of an
mean,
alpha side situation.
I have to close it like down here.
Towards B.
Need the mouse for that.
May very well just be DFM getting in free of charge and
I have
going for an early
pistol-wise, 3-2, and it's kind of looking like they might win a double pistol in the most important map.
At that distance.
Tough way to recover for the remainder of GE.
Yeah, 5 versus 3, but a safe plan.
Well, I don't know if you can really walk out, though. Crystal completely smoked off. You don't just able to get one.
They can delay long enough to luck wins the round.
Really favoring them. Crystal finding more shots.
Not delaying long enough.
Pulling all the way up. And down onto it at the end, he's managed to spot them down. Goes for the reload. Crystal up for the hunt.
Oh my god.
Also needing to reload. They're
Holy,
both running out of
pistol,
ammo.
bro.
Just enough for Kaide to find the right opportunity.
It's close enough that you would watch
They
it
knew
back
exactly
and
where
feel like
Kaide
you
was
should have
coming
won it
because
as
he falls
well.
in towards the chokehold in that 2 versus 2, but you couldn't quite finish off the kills. And I mentioned for a very, very specific reason that it was a safe plant. There was recognition in that moment from Global Esports that they don't need to kind of take the fight over at the tower towards Kaide, but they do. There was an opportunity for them to just focus in the 2 versus 1 for the slight timing to get on towards the spike.
Oh yeah, he's
but instead
furious.
trying to play on the lower HP stuck scenario of Kaide in the chokehold, and Crystal cannot allocate the shots to get the 1 versus 1.
Okay, it ends us with a 3-3 in the pistols though, so it's all even.
Middle,
it's just
but
that
DFM had the end.
this is the important one. Oh, it's nice part. Dude, you jumped on his head.
Continue on this way. The end might draw near. Crystal, though,
Oh, wait, he's
trying
getting
to
so
thwart
much.
it. Out with the classic. Kaide at the trade. Javi gunned down as well towards back up the site. So pretty clean plant. Minimal damage sustained for DFM.
And Autumn just has his selection on where he wants to try and navigate for some damage here. Is it up through towards tower or towards screens? He's spotted by Cess and even just finished off it very cleanly.
Going to Task Manager? I think Task Manager shows my IP
the
though,
pistol
right?
round is doubled for DFM.
There's a green skin.
I wouldn't know. Is it going to be a bit of a bonus scenario though for DFM to look to try and take a series here and continue a middle bracket run? Definitely going to be too early to tell, but we know all of those watch party goers are going to be very happy for them finding these rounds, having a 4-round lead. Important one here that is going to be every member of DFM challenging straight towards this A side of the map. That is going to be a little bit of a pressure cooker
Change
scenario
the scene, mate. I can't
Javi.
click.
Maybe even more for the guys over at the tower
Like
side.
how I meant to change the scene.
Playing off the ropes, though. Should help them somewhat. And there they go. A couple more kills. Perhaps for Pat as well, laying out a trap. Eating a seize, though. And unfortunately turns away the wrong second.
I'm seeing a lot of mistakes at the moment on these decisions to take these fights from Global. It is a good push, don't get me wrong. But
Nah, it's a good push, man. You should win.
Yeah, managed to slip in. Now
You're the
holding
TP.
the angle.
You're
All of a sudden feeling the pressure to take the fight on against Autumn. He thought to TP, but that's where Akami goes.
He tried to fake it just then.
Awkward as heck. Crystal coming back through. But this is where things could get really dangerous with 1v1s. Crystal, no!
Are we switching guns?
Javi now. Walking on forward, looking for Cess. Where could he have gone? The Nightfall scent by Akame clears so much. You've got the stars, but you're looking the wrong way. The barrel revealing your location.
They got an eco.
You know, you were talking about the watch party. Conversely, for the coaching booth right underneath us, I can only imagine what Frost is going through.
Oh, I mean, he's got to call the timeout.
I feel like from the history that we've seen in the coaching booth for Frost, the sentence is probably, "What are we doing?" with some hand animations. That is a extremely sloppy round to come through from Global in a lot of those moments too. Having second, having third challenges on ropes.
Go on, show me the camera. He must be going mental.
Around corners.
It's absolutely derailed.
And that's going to be drawing out a timeout immediately from Frost in a bonus round of DFMs that they should have, for all of the normal reasons of this game, had no interest in finding. That really sets them up here on this side to try and narrow the gap to victory.
Really tough situation to be in, but one that they need to find a way out of.
These are the moments you need to make sure that you aren't scared as well. For those who might have just been joining us, this is going to be a middle bracket game too, don't forget. So the loser is not going to be down and out, but they are going to be in a lower bracket, and it's a bit of a gauntlet run to try and contend with for that third spot to Santiago.
I believe the winner plays against Full Sense as well, which would have been really nice.
Everyone can get one shot apart from Crystal on this.
But here we are.
Kind of nice.
Good usage of the intercept.
Yeah, zap of the smoke.
Actually there to zap out the poison cloud. So see if that's going to be worth do it over there for Crystal now, as you've got immediate rotations from Patman. And the rest of the squad towards the B site. And, well, it's wrong. Everybody gonna have to run on over towards the A side if that's where DFM recognizes it's gonna be weaker at the current juncture.
Fortunate though, because it's just gonna create so many gaps.
I mentioned Patman for a specific reason here at the moment, because he has to be kind of self-sufficient on this site. Because I wouldn't mind a world in which Harvey does skedaddle on over.
To pick, as we can see.
On your own toxic
So it'd have to be one of the best rounds we've seen with a Bandit to win this.
Chokehold destroyed.
Should be a little bit telling, right?
Portal closed.
Well, it just tells you that you can't go vents. It's going to be a dirty situation. If you go by yourself, you're looking for a little bit of timing. The worrisome scenario is just Autumn, because he's got no escape route right now.
30 seconds
Just
left.
a flash and an angle. He will be able to find
did
first
good, but
pick, but
needed like miracle round.
Now DFM hiding.
And we've lost our tower control, and we're still knifing out.
Slight timing from Yudotan,
it's a little,
perhaps, though, but
considering that the
one
trip went over towards heaven.
Open. DFM
You gotta be aware of that.
These kills could go really south really soon. Kaide quick with the trade. Javi though out with the sheriff.
You can
need a
immediately
miracle
see the
round
switch
from
up
you,
in
mate.
positions
Let's see
as
it.
well from Cess. Not hungry enough to give a 1-versus-1 duel. Gonna try and play this one with Yatska a little bit, but the smokes do obfuscate the vision.
And also revealing locations, but Cess not able to take the duel. It's down to it onto the spike where Yatska was lying in wait.
And then there was
Dude, look at what they're up against though. Razor, I mean, we've got Razor. Gonna be a little bit scary. They can't like just full send it with the Razor purely because of the veto.
Of Pearl. Whilst the evolution is going to be online for Yudotan, we're waiting to see just what the evolution of a whole looks like coming in towards this one right now for Global Esports, because they had just felt, you know, very below par.
Needs to go performance
in
to
the way
do
that
that.
they've been playing this map.
Dude, there's a chance I do that. I'm just gonna reset the PC after it's done.
I go recon go straight away. The break it. Two.
I can take back and you pick.
Autumn on a very ambitious line at the moment, but needs to make sure he doesn't give away the goods.
It looks like he wants to take is a great shot.
But will it be advantages converted or
That's
not?
a little mad. He's
Doubles
trying
on
to finish the game right now. Maybe he thought that the Yori TP was over towards the other side and he had a timing.
Mid now.
You would imagine.
Yudotan had to be careful as that smoked did bloom. Would have been a 2-versus-1.
For a game-changing scenario with the showstopper perhaps, but not quite the launching pad just yet. If you can go on through further enough, then maybe. And that kill could have been it.
It's 5-versus-3, and those are 2 advantage numbers for DFM, taking those as 2-versus-1s. It's good confirmation, don't get me wrong. It's a head spotted by Seth, not aware right now. Harvey taken down. This is looking to be a massive conversion round for DFM.
There's no way.
Might even give them match and series points. Autumn in with Dimensional Drift. A little bit desperate to look out for as much as possible. If Crystal can find the
Oh
flash,
my god, I mean, they're getting wrecked.
Not
even close at this point.
And now the flash goes out. It's just one guy in against the whole of DFM. He elects to save out for the up instead. You're up 5-12 now.
That is a lost in the source moment from GE right there. Taking battles that they did not to, and the dimensional drift of Autumn saw
That was the other
May,
buy round as well, right?
May.
2 3v5s.
And Crystal just looked like he didn't hear it.
I am speechless. Not quite sure.
I'm kind of not right now, because DFM are playing these rounds very wisely.
Yeah.
True.
They have.
That is true.
Ever since we forget about the first map, I've been a lot more impressed by the way they've been navigating majority of these rounds as opposed to how GE have been.
I mean,
and I mean, this is the team that came into this with one of the worst attacking percentages so far.
Yeah.
They are on a flawless run on the attacking side of this split map at the moment against a composition of DFMs that is defensively strong.
They just won a 3v5.
Why are they all doing this?
They won a 3v5. They did.
It's pretty incredible. They're definitely doing things right, but for most of us on the outside looking in, I mean, we can only wonder what's going on with GE. Meanwhile, for DFM, this could be the rounds up out for Yatska now.
It's 7 map points. It's more than they had in the previous map. And whilst you're on this forward line with the operator at the moment, you're just immediately getting the puzzle pieces played, forcing Autumn off the line. DFM a lot of time to cook with for themselves as well. Make sure you're not burning the recipe here.
Ooh. Oh, well, things catching fire a little bit. Autumn managing to put it out. Back in with a double peek again.
It's a helpful set of hands, don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of people will be asking for GE, where was this a couple of rounds ago? Cess and Akame see what they can sneak in and find, as the spike is technically in a unretrievable position right now if Global keeps on going forward.
Round, surely.
Cess
I mean, this
does
one's
have the
fine.
ultimate to pick it up, but you have to find advantages first.
They've had some shockers, but this one would be
Way too risky
a little
for
too
now.
outrageous.
Op still watching the angles though. And that will pretty much mean that this round is done.
Okay, nice
4K
shots.
for Autumn.
Just
all
gotta do that
shots
6 more
one by
times.
one.
Yeah, all shots one by one at the end of the day, but it needs to be more of the team play, right? We can't just have moments of individualness, because we saw what happened, and I'll use an example on the flip side of the team. The May Show last year. It cannot just be a one-man army attempt. It needs to be the rest of the squadron also lining up together to laser opponents.
Round by round, boys.
And we are missing that at the moment. Yes, you can
Round
say
by
round by
round.
round. Don't get me wrong, it's always round by round in this game. But that's only your first on this defensive side. And we're eventually going to have a stacking of ults from DFM to throw into the mix as well.
Okay, that's a good little start though. Quickly responding to May's footsteps up ramp, but now where else do you go? Because DFM, that was all a ruse.
DETONATION.
Oh.
Well, dispatch of Kai, Day and Autumn with the op yet again.
Okay, definitely got to see a DFM
Cess.
timeout.
So this round looking a lot
They're just running
more
around
of a
the map
premium
getting
tasting
picked
one
off.
for GE, maybe in a flawless variety as well, which
They
it
do
will
something
be.
together, then
Very
they're
important
gonna
for the
properly
upgrades
test them.
and
They
balancing
can also
of
speak about
the
ults, right?
economy
Saving all of these
these
ults is
tumultuous
probably
times.
a round.
Yeah, you really
You
want
wanna
to
do your
keep
timeout
stocks,
early before it gets too late,
investments, everything going up, but at the same time, while these rounds go through, right, there are some timeouts that DFM can still deploy ults that they're still cycling up on as well.
I mean, it's the latter for me, right? You shouldn't need massively a timeout to try and steady the ship at the moment, because for me it was just two
It's a nice
rounds
early
that
one.
Global have found with the operator dancing around. DFM will choose to use a timeout. They do have 2 of them. It's not the worst thing. They did win after using it in the last map, so maybe they are going to be well favored coming on the outside of this one. But 5 more for Global.
Especially with the ultimates. I mean, right now, really just needing to find a solution to, well, whatever.
Look at the
solution
GE
you wanna deploy
matches
against
since
Autumn
Frost
and
joined after
Operator, right?
2025. Mate, my mouse doesn't work. I can't do anything. I can draw on the screen.
Sure that you're revealing the
That's
op.
it.
If you're doing it on your
That's all I
normal
can do
lines.
right now.
Autumn's playing a little bit more autonomous on
What do
this
you want
Yoru,
from
right?
me?
We're not seeing a lot of the backing up from his teammates to break any bit of util for him. He's taking the fights and then trying to get out after the pot shot. So if you're resting back onto utility protocols, that can certainly be an avenue for DFM to start to garner a bit of space, right? If they go to the A site, for example, it's getting past the main choke, it's getting up towards ramp, it's settling down, ensuring there's no flank. You're just stepping through the round as it plays out.
What did you do? I got no idea what I've done, man. It's fine. We reset after this.
As I said, Prowler out first.
Okay,
There's gonna be
this is a
anything
good
on the
timeout
close line
though.
with that
First of all, they're
operator.
saving money for the next
Here,
round.
the
Second of all, they're
interceptor to zap a
sticking
little bit of
together
this
more
utility.
instead of just
So you
getting
start to
picked
get a
off.
little bit of a picture of who may be playing
Also
around.
making sure that we got some smoke so we don't get wrecked on this one.
Things start to get destroyed, and Autumn's offline as well. Not able to get on.
Yeah, not quite. Cess, though, somehow still alive. He sent out his paranoia a little bit early as well.
Weird,
Off of it, but
weird
unfortunately
Astro.
shot down by DETONATION. Now, leading towards the back of this cosmic divide. They just can't see too much into sight.
Yeah, the timing comes out a little bit earlier from DFM there that it looks like Global Esports were ready for, but they do manage to find it nicely as Yatska TP deep in, whereby DETONATION, rest of the team hitting
Am I
the shots
watching the
as well.
EDG match? Nah.
Getting up those guns.
We'll raid someone when it gets there.
And you would feel like in this situation that the job is still not done. 2 versus 3. We go around the merry-go-round for DFM towards this B side as well in a very long ride. Now look towards Global here, needing to make sure they aren't
30 seconds left.
too hesitant too. Making sure they're just holding, guns up, not getting caught out at the wrong timing. Because this should shift into a bit of a retake. Crystal for a Prowler, Autumn for a Flash, Harvey with a couple of stars as well.
10 seconds left.
But this B site does offer a lot of good angles that DFM can hold for. So you have to make sure you do not overlook anything.
Hopefully not. Akami tries to go peeking.
Why is it so scary?
Hopefully
Okay.
trying to walk with one kill, but it's not going to happen today. Not
20
this
bullets
round.
in a stinger. He can't kill 3, right?
Spot for this flood of alley.
Especially I'm not and a fader.
Stinger running out of
Ooh,
ammo.
okay, that was nice.
Yeah,
Fader, flash, jump out the corner.
Flashes coming through. Well enough for GE
How many
to
ults
put
have they got?
another round on the board.
They're almost
A
there.
good spot if there's no haunt.
They're almost there for the combo.
Let's be
They
real.
might
No
just...
haunt. Maybe it's a better gun. Maybe it's
They
a
might get a
vandal or
little
something like
scared,
that.
to be honest, and do it before
Maybe
the
they
Razor.
overlook a corner. We've seen players not check corners so far today. But it's good for GE. They hold on in their one-at-a-time step that they need to go through.
It's the upcoming round, though, that I'm a little bit worried about.
The upcoming one? Not every single ultimate is
Control
online just
shift
yet.
in 2 is the default to reset the mouse mode. Okay, I'll check it.
There was some
I'll
utilization
do it
as
after,
well in that one
after
for
the map.
GE2.
Don't want to mess
Getting
anything
that
up.
Cosmic Divide in. Unaccessible soon. Autumn getting closer towards the drift, though.
Sure.
1 away. If you need to deploy that, I feel like you're definitely going to have that ready.
Stay focused.
So let's see what this one comes out for DFM off the get-go. Mid-protocol with a 1-3-1.
Nice.
Hit towards the B side of the
Nice
map
round
as
from
well.
GE
Is going
start
to
doing
lock
this.
out Yacht's
Also,
operator
I mean,
potential.
just any kind of combo with Senti, Viper Ult is strong.
Wait out the talk screen, smokes.
B's on lock
Perhaps
in terms of B
approach through
main.
with the Prowler.
Bit of a different look towards the Veto util as
Very
well.
early
This
mid-control from
B side. There's that
DFM.
dimensional drift coming in for Autumn because they are feeling a little bit problemed in this round already. How far up are DFM?
Yeah,
The
and
drift
he
is not
spots
gonna
3.
Able to find any kills, any rewards there?
Just enough information outside middle to start to perhaps worry about the
And
A
it
side.
stays DFM off from going in towards the vents, more importantly, right? From looking
yes.
for some different angles to try and find some opening advantages. Haunt
call
towards
from
A
Crystal.
main dodged, by the way. So there's a good window here for DFM to get free ramp control, to set themselves up for a drift of their own into this A site.
Yeah, start to worry about it.
God,
Kaide
such an important
already
duel.
sneaked up ramp,
Ults are
spotting
getting
out Autumn.
popped.
Into
But it's
the
a lovely
site, though,
combo.
out of the drift, and that's exactly
it's a
where
lovely
DFM
combo, man.
starts to execute.
Oh god.
3 players dead.
I think
in an
this
instant.
is pretty much impossible retake.
As I said, these ultimates, they could have been waiting for all of them, but it was go time on the dimensional drift, scoping out everything. Akame can even rip in the Nightfall towards the screens and make you have a bad day here if you wanted to.
Never mind that, the guns at this point just not even enough. Just Pat to try to do
Patman
and
would have to
lift
do a
up
better performance
everything.
than his whole map
He's
to
got
win
to
this.
work around the
First
pit.
round.
Right now, just trapped around
Damn,
elbow, and
dude.
as soon as he
GE
peeks out,
into
Seth
the lower
will
bracket.
deliver
DFM,
the
what a
killing
banger.
blow. Final map ending. In this fashion, it's DFM that takes it all at the end, 2-1.
It didn't work. Snox as well.
Lots of learning and adaptations showed in the server, I feel like, on the
Very nice
attacking
on this.
side, where needed the most as well from them. Very convincing starts of this one, coupled by the fact on finding some great pistols. A couple of rounds, right, that also go really down to the wire that tip over
An
into
ult
GE's
tab.
favor, but not a lot of good confidence
Ult tab
there
on what?
of security.
Go to this.
The way this series started off on Breeze, GE, happy
Doesn't do
firing.
anything.
Everything looking good for them, right? Breeze, uncomfortable territory, it would seem, for DFM at the moment. Pearl, questioning. What comps will we start to see? What would it look like for both of the squads there?
Ult tab, then go to
Getting
Epic
towards
Pen,
this
but it's
final
already
map,
on it.
I thought it could go close. I thought it could go either way. I thought whoever gets off with a very good first half will
change
look to
anything.
be favorable, but I always had a sour taste on what the attack side would look like for DFM, and I'm thoroughly impressed by the way they were doing it, and I'm also a little bit disappointed for GE. Feels like the source they came out with in the very beginning with this roster right now
Go for the
has
ult
lost
F4.
a bit of its signature flavor.
It do.
It definitely does.
And it's on
come
the
to
Epic
that
Pan.
point, but for now, at least, at the same time, DFM bringing out the performance that they did. May, Kaide,
wouldn't change
Akame,
anything.
all stepping up
Chat,
to
we're gonna
bat
restart.
in such a strong fashion. Let's toss it down to the stage with Jen for the interview.
DFM with the
we'll wait for
reverse
the,
sweep against
we'll wait for
Global
the
Esports today. Hello,
Wait for the
we're
interview and then
gonna
we'll
talk
restart.
to Yotska, having a little bit of a trouble finding his way around the stage. Hugo, please come join me over here. Yatsuka, this is your spot.
It says X. Yeah,
Over
but
here.
dude, that's.
Thank you.
I changed that by doing this.
네,
Then I
오늘
get the
승리를
customer.
거둔 DFM의
I
야츠카
promise I
선수
didn't restart.
만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다.
We've tried enough. I don't want to risk showing my
먼저
IP.
브리즈에서 워낙 G 그리고 팬맨 선수가 압도적인 경기를 보여줬기 때문에 오늘 좀 DFM 힘들지 않을까라는 생각을 했는데 역전승을 이렇게 가져가게 됐습니다. 먼저 경기 마친 소감과 함께 승리한 기분은 어떤지부터 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations, Yatsuka,
Traffic
on
lights
this
still
win.
possible
I
for
mean,
GE.
with the way Breeze went, especially with Petman
Is that
with
right?
516 ACS, we thought maybe GE
Oh, yeah, it
had
is.
your number,
You're
but
right.
you guys were able to reverse sweep today. So talk to us about today's game, your mentality, and how
Who
you
did they
feel
meet in
about
the lower
today's win.
bracket?
まずはおめでとうございます。ブリーズ1マップ目ではパットマン選手の活躍もあり、敗れてしまったんですけれども、安川選手として本日の勝利を通じて、どのようなところがチームとしてうまくいったと思いますか。
Or Valorant?
そうですね。
I mean, probably Genji, yeah,
ブ
you're right.
リーズはもう全然惜しいところからめっちゃ完敗したんですけど、もうブリーズ負けたことは記憶から消して、残り2マップ全力でやったら、勝てるだろうっていう意気込みでみんなで裏で話して勝負に挑みました。
So, as you know, the Breeze was not good enough for our team, but we just talked with the team, we had a discussion, we just have to focus on other two maps.
But what were the talks around Petman?
パットメン選手については何かブリーズ終わった後にチーム内で何か話とかはありましたか。
あんな強いやついるのはアンラッキーだって話して、ついにもう存在をリセットしました。
We just thought it was unlucky. He's too strong.
일단
Yeah,
1세트
not wrong.
크게 내주기는 했지만 그래도 끝나고 팀원들과 함께 얘기를 나누면서 2, 3세트 잘하면 된다고 얘기를 했고요. 특히나 그 페맨 선수의 압도적인 활약에 대해서는 서로 어떻게 극복하자고 얘기를 했냐라고 물어봤는데 그냥 우리는 좀 언럭키했고 페맨 선수 너무 잘하더라 쯤에서 좀 생각하고 얘기를 마무리 지었다고 합니다. 그러면 솔직히 오늘 맵픽에서 좀 독특했던 부분이 마지막에 헤이븐을 배나면서 스플릿이 디사이더가 됐거든요. GE의 스플릿이 상당히 승률도 좋고 또 내용도 그동안 굉장히 좋았는데 또 DFM은 헤이븐에서 굉장히 좋은 모습을 보여주기도 했거든요. 스플릿을 디사이더 맵으로 유도한 이유가 무엇인지도 좀 들어볼 수 있을까요? Now, I wanted to ask
They're definitely
about the map
underdogs for
veto
it, but
because you guys have really strong Haven and GE, they have really good numbers and game plan on Split. But why'd you guys spend Haven and floated Split to be the decider?
oh, it's a good
バン
question.
ピックについての質問になるんですけども、
She
DFM
is
はやっぱり
a
ヘイ
great
ブンが
question
強いっていうところが強みとして
I
あ
wonder
る
if
と
he's
思うん
going
で
to
す
say
け
because
ど
of
も、
anti.
最終的にそのスプリットがディサイダーの
Because
バ
their
ックっていった
GE's
なと
comp
こ
is
ろ
not
で
good.
バンピックではどのような戦略がありましたか。
バンピックに関しましては、そうですね、僕たちは、リドル組たちはもう本当にバンマップを作んないみたいな流れがあるんですけど、それにのっとって相手チームの不得意というところを選ぼうみたいな、自分たちの得意よりかは相手チームがより難しそうなマップを選ぼうみたいな感じで選びました。
So for our strategy, we doesn't want to create some banned maps. We just wanted to select some maps that the enemy teams are not good enough at.
You thought their Split was not good enough.
彼らのスプリットが
Ooh, he
ど
said
ちら
it.
かというとチームとしてはやりやすいなって思った感じですか。
そうですね、僕たちの平分のアンチピックになりうるかなとも考えたのでスプリットになったと思います。
Yeah, I thought it's gonna be anti-pick for the Haven about the split. That's why we picked.
일단은 DFM 같은 경우 오늘 맵 뱀픽에 있어서의 전략은 약간 우리가 잘하는 맵을 하는 것보다 GE가 좀 부족해 보이는 구멍이 보이는 맵을 선택하자라고 얘기를 했고 사실 스플릿 같은 경우가 훨씬 더 DFM이 GE를 이기기에 적합한 맵이 아닐까라고
Yeah, I mean,
생각을 하면서 그 부분을 집중적으로 전략적으로 픽을 했다고 얘기를 하는데요. 마지막으로 좀 이렇게 새로 합류한 리드로더 선수들이
But
잘
GE won against Paper X
정리되면서
on Split.
화력도
Yeah, but
보충된
Paper X had a
모습을
bad
보여주고
game plan. They
있는데
just
다음
faced
상대
them. So did
한해임하는
Valorant.
풀센스거든요.
They just
어떤
gave a
경기 예상하는지
solo
물어보도록 하겠습니다. Now lastly, we
Senti
see
fight.
players
Sorry, a
from
solo
middle order
duelist
like
fight.
yourself
And it's a
adapting
solo
very well to
Euro.
the scene, showing an amazing amount of
Bad game
firepower.
plan.
But when it comes to your next opponent, full stance. Wow, headshots, bang bang. It's gonna be a battle of firepower from the both teams. So what is your mindset? What are your expectations for the upcoming match?
DFM に入ってきたリドル組の安塚選手と楓選手はもうとても活躍しているとは思うんですけども、次戦がフルセンスといったところで、火力同士の戦いにはなると思うんですけども、次戦への意気込みを聞かせてください。
そうですね、本当に今日は僕のパフォーマンスがあまり出なかったんですけど、次戦フルセンス戦にはもうパフォーマンスを絶好調に整えて挑みたいと思うんで、DFM としても火力を負けないと思います。次フルセンス戦頑張ります。
I couldn't perform well today. Although I'm gonna be preparing for the next game, I'm gonna be excellent for the next game. So please keep supporting us.
오늘 약간 개인적으로 저조한 모습을
I like
보여준
it.
것 같은데
It's a big game for them,
그
man.
다음 경기 풀센스를 상대로
And get to gauge
엑설런트한
where they are
모습을
as well.
보여줄 거기 때문에 많은 기대 부탁드린다고 얘기를 했습니다. 이렇게
Okay,
해서
chat, I'm gonna
DFM의
restart my
야스카
stream.
선수 만나봤습니다.
It's gonna
Thank
be
you,
like 3
Yaska,
minutes,
and I will
but I'll
be
definitely be back
expecting
before the
excellent
next game.
performance from you against Fulsen, so best of luck.
Mods maybe pin something just in case people have already gone.
What a win for DFM. We're laughing a little bit because
YouTube chat,
we're
I
a
think
little
you guys
stressed
might
about
have
our
to
build
find a
diff
new
because
stream.
there's a penalty at
That's the
stake.
only
So
issue.
some players performed great, some
Okay, I'm
not
back in a
so
little bit.
much there. But DFM ended up closing this out, and I'm glad